TEM Thursdays. Woo! Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Welcome, everybody, to the Two Endangered Mammals podcast, the #1 podcast in my duplex. I am your host, Mr. Tiger Adinaldo, and with me, as always, is the one and only Mr. Pun Fu. Mr. Pun, how are you? Oh, is your mic not working? Did we check the cable on the back of that? Make sure it's all the way in there.
Hello?
There we go.
There we go.
There we go. There we go.
Sure about that goat thing?
It don't matter. You're still the goat to me, sir.
All right.
How are you today?
I'm well.
And as everybody can see right next to you is the one, the only Mr. Demetrius, a.k.a. Dexitron. How are you,
sir.
my brother?
I'm excellent.
That's beautiful. That's what I like to hear. Oh, man. We got a good show.
You do.
We got a good show today.
I can already tell it's going to be a good show because
we got graphics.
And I could that last show was fun. It was
fun.
But I can tell you were a little.
I was a little bothered.
You were. Richard, hey, you know what? This is your ship.
There was no graphics.
And
I like having graphics there. You know what I mean?
This is your ship.
I like to have like to have that. I like to have the graphics around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's good to have it around. It's good to to see what's shaking and see what's moving.
As the captain,
I feel like my phone is being
Is it?
loud. Hold on, yeah, that's me.
That's you, huh?
That's 100% me.
Uh-oh.
Listen, I told you, you're the goat.
Yeah, but I am the goat based off your leadership.
You're right.
So if you go down the tubes, then I'm right behind you. So.
Speaking of tubes, real quick, why don't you tell these people how they can get in touch with you, sir?
On Snapchat and Instagram at PunFuPanda, and on Facebook, Pun Capasso.
And Mr. Dexitron, how can they reach you, sir?
I'm on Instagram only. The one and only Solo Dolo social media account. You can hit me at Go JW Reed. That's it. Just Go JW Reed.
Nice and simple.
I love it. Yeah, nice and simple. Unlike me.
Ready for this guy?
So you can reach me at Tiger39. That's THAIGER 39. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Tiger39.com,
Twitch,
YouTube, GoPuff, MySpace, Tinder,
Plenty
Bumble,
of Fish,
Friendzone.com,
AIM,
Yelp. Catch me on the Yelp reviews.
Reddit.
WebMD.
That's a new one.
4chan. Nah, you ain't gonna catch me on 4chan. Fuck all that.
What is 4chan?
Oh, you don't want to know, man. You don't want to know.
Okay.
You don't want to know. It's like 4chan is kind of like the seedy underbelly of the internet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, remember when Shia LaBeouf hung that American flag and it was just like chilling in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah.
Well, the people of 4chan like started like looking at the clouds and like driving around in areas honking the horn and waiting till they heard it on there to fucking figure out where that damn thing was. Yeah, just so they could take it down. Yeah. Yeah, they trolled the fuck out of them. I mean, 4chan kind of does that. They do a lot of trolling.
Real life trolling though.
Yeah,
they bring it off the internet.
Yeah, like actual trolling. Huh. Really quick, you said we had some moms in the chat.
Yeah, we got a bunch.
Who do we got in there?
Brandy.
Okay.
JT.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me
Oh yeah.
JT 7.5 up in the chat.
Little Jess.
Up, Short Jess.
Yep.
Shorty Doo-Wop.
Your mom.
My mom is in the chat. Hold on. My mom is in the chat.
And right now
Is that all the moms?
Yeah.
Is that all the moms for now?
And then you said Kelsey's here.
Yeah, Kelsey's here. Hold on, because Kelsey's a veteran, so she gets the. We got any dads in the chat?
No dads.
Oh wait, my little sister Liz is in the chat now.
Here? Okay.
Yeah, hold on. Let's give her a round of applause. Belsky's in the chat. He can fuck all the way off.
The Chocolate Girl Wonder.
Oh, Chocolate Girl Wonder's in the chat.
Yep. What's up, Key?
Key is in the chat.
And I think that's about does it
Bree's in the chat. What up, Bree?
What up, Bree?
My mom says no. Liz is a mom. I said she is a mom. I gave her a round of applause, Mom. Damn.
Oh, Papa Goody's in the house.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Papa Goody is in the house. It's a fall going for that. So just to fill you in, man, it's so weird calling you Demetrius. Like, it's weird to me.
What you want to call me?
Dexitron,
You
man.
could,
That's
you
what
could
I
always
you.
call me Dexitron.
Okay, okay. Can I make your lower thirds Dexitron? Can I do that?
You go
Am I allowed
ahead.
to- Okay.
Go ahead. I might be Dexitron tonight. So
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Boom. There it is. Hold on. Let me, boom.
there we
It is.
Hold on. I gotta hide the ticker real quick. Gotta hide the ticker real quick.
It's XI.
Oh.
Oh, X.
Oh.
Yeah.
DEXI?
Yeah, Dexitron.
Okay. Boom. How's that?
Oh, that's perfect.
Boom. See, that's how we do around here.
That's perfect.
That's how we. I was gonna call him Dextron one way or the other.
Right. I know you were.
Like it was gonna. It was like shh. This is gonna.
It's going to happen.
This is going to happen. We got a lot of people in the chat on Instagram as well, man. We got a good
Mom
little,
Dukes
a good little full house.
So
on the
she's
chat.
checking our asses.
Okay. You always do.
Yep. Hey.
You always do. Interesting show today, my friends. Interesting show. We're going to talk about who owns the doctor. It's not the doctor that you think it is. Definitely not the doctor that you think it is. We're going to talk about some social media marketing because Dexitron over here is a freaking wizard at it.
All right.
And I've been getting some people that want to come on the show, right?
Uh-huh.
But they're having some trepidations, if you will.
Really?
Yeah, wondering why the rules. And I know we've gone over this before. We've gone over what the rules are.
Yeah.
And I know we've talked about why. And I know you have a very stern opinion as to why.
It's not even a stern opinion, but I mean, we talk about it all the time. It's
I know,
like it's
I know.
it's a privilege thing.
But I'm gonna dole out for one last time. This will
Okay.
be the final time.
All right.
And then I'm gonna clip it.
Okay.
That way I can upload it so people know exactly why.
And then anytime after that, I could use my stern response.
you can use
Okay,
your
all right.
100%. You can
Okay.
use your stern response after
All right.
that.
Okay.
100%.
So this is like the last time for niceness, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I am here for it. I feel like your mic
It
messed
is,
up when
it
you
is.
just make sure that
it's just
that's
like the cable.
yeah. I feel like the cable's
right.
acting a little. The cable's
Think we're
acting
good now.
stank. We need to give it some act right. So yeah, changing around the studio a little bit,
It
doing some things. So I'm gonna have a space for a studio audience,
Ooh,
if you will.
okay.
Yeah, if you want to call it that.
Hey, I mean,
Yeah, I figured I'd add some things. This computer behind me is going to move. It's going to move like over that way. And then I'm going to put something behind me because I'm sick of y'all having like the cool, sick of y'all having the cool ass background. And then I'm over here just looking like a freaking, yeah, y'all official as fuck. I got a whole ass computer behind me and I don't get to do none of the cool stuff. Let me turn y'all's light up a smidge.
Oh, now we
y'all
really
are-
in the lights.
Yeah, there you go.
Hollywood
Yeah,
lights.
just making sure. I just want y'all to look your best, man.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
all of the lights.
Make sure I don't look a little greasy.
Because on the TV, it runs kind of hot, so it's brighter on the TV than it actually is on the stream. So I just wanted to make sure, that we're copacetic everywhere. I also have a monitor now directly in front of me. Well,
You do.
to the right.
Yeah.
The people can't see it, but it's over there so that I can see the chat as well. And I can monitor a couple of other things, if you will.
Okay.
So, which I won't be doing from here, but
Interesting trip picking up that monitor.
Oh yeah, we drove out to like the middle of nowhere for this.
Bro, sketchy.
So it was like
Craigslist find or
Facebook
Oh,
Marketplace.
okay.
Yeah, Facebook. But the thing of it is, it wasn't that it was far. It was only like 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
But it was like, it's weird how this area changes in 20 minutes. Like we were out in the sticks.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. And we were just in Lorain County.
Oh, you went out. You went out west.
Yeah.
Deep west.
Oh man, yeah. We were out there in it.
Y'all went in pairs.
No,
Yeah.
no street lights. No sidewalks.
Oh man, yeah, we were out there. It was interesting. And then the more we got on this road, what was that? Chestnut,
Dude, I don't
like
even
Chestnut Way or
Chest
something
Ridge,
like that. You know
Ridge, I don't
you're
fucking
out there when stuff is named after like chestnuts or
Yeah, right.
walnut or you know what I mean. And we were driving on this road. It was only about 8 miles on that road, but it like felt like the further we went, it's one of those areas where like if you're a kid and you move out there, you have no friends unless like school's in session.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're not like here. I'm in Lakewood. I can go outside. I know my neighbors. I go hang out with my neighbors. Over there, nah, you ain't meeting nobody.
Yeah.
If your next door neighbor isn't a teen, if you're a kid, right, and you're out there and your next door neighbor isn't also a kid, you ain't meeting nobody. Yeah. Because you got a good 10, 15-minute walk to get to anyone else. And there's no like, you ain't walking to the store. You're not doing that at all whatsoever.
Yeah.
Not out there. Like here, I walk up the street, I'm at the store.
Yeah.
Not out there. Not out there at all whatsoever. You got a good half hour before you get to anything civilized. Oh, really quick, Pep is in the house on Instagram.
Oh boy. What up, Pops?
And he didn't tell us. Oh, wait. Pep is in the house. I'm watching.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
He let us know that he's watching. I need to pull up the YouTube chat over here on this. Bear with me really quick, people. Man, I'm glad I don't have to type anything.
Where your keyboard's behind you?
Well, there's a keyboard over here, but luckily I don't need it because, all right, boom, there we go. So I got that pulled up.
Another mom in the house.
Go. Oh, do we have another mom in the house?
Bozak.
Oh, Bozak's in the house? Okay. Get the Bozak. Get the Bozak.
Shoot, I'm about to be in the chat every time I'm not on the show. I was missing out on the chat.
Man. Yo, the chat is fun, man.
Dang, okay.
We have, I tell people, we have like the most, so the women in our chat, none of them are catty. We got the most supportive women of any chat, of any podcast. Nobody's catty. They're very supportive of each other.
Yep.
And we're very supportive of our chat. All moms get a round of applause. Mm-hmm. All dads get the foghorn. Mm-hmm. Veterans, for now, get the foghorn until I can find something that's more suitable for the veterans.
Yeah.
But yeah, veterans get the foghorn. And then people who aren't moms, dads, or veterans, they just get a shout out from us. We just let them know. Yeah. We let them know that we see them, that they in here. We appreciate them, kind of. Unless it's Belsky, he can fuck all the way off.
Yeah.
Oh man, so there's a list. It's the fuck all the way off list.
Yep.
Which you're on, by the way. Dexitron is definitely on the fuck all the way off list.
Okay.
So it's a good list.
It's
a positive thing.
Okay.
So
I was a little nervous for a second.
So for those that don't know, let me tell you.
Sounds like it could be, right?
It does, right? Let me tell you a little something about Dexitron. First of all, the dude is an amazing human being, smart as fuck, right? He is a graphic designer. He's an amazing graphic designer. He's a fucking amazing producer, like musically.
Yeah.
He can do video. He can do photography. He's fucking handsome. Like, fuck all the way off, dude. Like that's.
I get it.
Like this dude, bro. This guy can like. So when I make a song, right, I'm usually like up all night working on it, and I'll have a little something the next day, and then I ain't happy with it, and I mess with it again. Yeah. This fucker right here can like make a song in like a half hour, go to sleep, wake up the next day, make another one. You know what I mean? It's not second guess. He just makes music.
Yeah. Okay.
This fucker had a whole ass career. Wasn't you about to sign to like T-Pain? Once you were signed to T-Pain, right?
It was Flow Rider.
Flow Rider, yeah.
Shit. Okay.
Whole ass music career, right? It was like, nah, I'm gonna do my own shit.
Shit. I mean, like,
and this isn't like current Flow Rider. This is Flow Rider when Flow Rider was everywhere. When he was all over the, you know what I mean?
This is the peak.
Yeah, when he was at his peak.
Damn, all right.
Yeah.
They were like, all right, yeah, we'll do a couple songs for you, you know what I mean? But then we're gonna do our own shit. You know what I mean? Like, holy fuck. Like, who,
right? Like, I mean, hey, you know.
Like who thinks to do that? You know what I mean?
Dexitron
over here. Dexitron. You know what I'm saying? Oh, also Dexitron
is over here blushing.
Dexitron is a dad.
He is.
Forgot about that.
Belsky, who is the president of the Fuck All the Way Off list. He says, welcome, sir.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the welcome.
Yeah. And then Bozak said Layla said hi. That's her daughter.
Oh, hello, Layla. Oh,
what's up, Layla?
Hope we're not cursing too much for
She doesn't understand.
I mean, shit. So
she kind of just watches. And
she's kind of just there going through the motions. She's gonna get to school tomorrow. Be like, you can fuck all the way up.
I mean, she's She's one, I think. So yes. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
think she
she's
can
gonna
talk
be
yet.
she's gonna be telling somebody to fuck all the way off. Those are gonna be her first words. You, be careful, Brittany.
First words,
You gotta
fuck all
watch
the way
it. Yeah,
off.
you gotta
Yep.
watch it, Bozak. She might mess around. Oh shit. Tamara's in the chat on.
Oh, shit.
She's in the chat on YouTube. So
up, Tamara?
Yeah, what's up, Tamara? I don't know why I said Tamara.
Yeah, you know.
It's actually Tamara. Yes, he's in the chat on what'd she say? I have to watch for a few on YouTube first. I dig it. That way we get them views up.
There you go.
We get them
Look at that.
views up. See, another thing about our chat is that they are very wise when it comes to like analytics.
Mm-hmm.
Like especially Kelsey, like that's literally what she does for a living, right?
Yeah.
So she'll watch on all platforms. So we have views there, and she'll like, she'll comment. Nothing like you other useless motherfuckers that
Your Liz says we lit in here, as the youths would say, meaning the chat.
Yes, they
Yes.
would. Yes, they would say that, and we are. We got a whole ass 10 people right now, but it's
Hey,
going to go
you know
up.
what?
It's going to go up.
All right.
It's all right. It's all right. We start off slow,
do.
and then we gradually
Like a
build
fine
as the-
wine.
Yeah, yeah.
Fine wine.
We our stream ages like wine
It does.
or cheese, one of the two.
Yeah, whatever.
Wait, does cheese age well?
I
Is
don't
that
know.
Yeah, I think that's kind of how you make
Okay.
the cheeses.
Okay, you got to
Yeah,
age
okay.
it.
All right.
Then we age like cheese. Not like yogurt.
Yeah, not really. No.
That's not good at all
Yeah,
whatsoever.
you don't want no aged yogurt.
Nah, hell no. Oh man, so we got some interesting things to discuss today, man. We might as well yank the Band-Aid off and talk about who the hell owns the doctor.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by this.
So you remember we talked before that Dr. Dre is going through a divorce.
Oh, yes.
And how his ex-wife wants $2 million a month.
Yeah.
And for living expense.
Yeah.
Well, some news came out.
Oh boy.
And apparently, she's claiming to have ownership over the name Dr. Dre.
What?
Or she wants partial ownership over the name Dr. Dre. And if I'm not mistaken, she wants partial ownership over the Chronic. And I think one of his other albums that she wants ownership of. Yeah. Now, and another thing that came out is apparently she embezzled like $300 and something thousand from their company. So yeah, that's a whole ass other issue.
But yet you're asking for money.
Yeah. And she's asking for ownership of the Dr. Dre name. Like, if I'm not mistaken, they were married for. Can you double check this for me? Are you pulled up? Okay, good. If I'm not mistaken, they were married for 24 years. How long has Dr. Dre been in the music business? Can you?
Oh God.
Can you? When did the Chronic come out?
The Chronic?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah. How old is the Chronic?
There we go.
Oh man.
This isn't my strong point.
No, it's all good.
The Chronic is Dr. Dre. It was released on December 15th, 1992
1992.
by his own record label, Death Row.
So that would make it what, like, fuck.
Oh damn, we gotta try to do math.
Yeah, I'm
18 years?
Is it 18? No, it's got to be more than 18, dude. 92? It's already 20 years into
Dude,
2000.
I suck at math, dude.
So that's 28.
28
28 years.
Thank you, Goody.
So that's 28 years.
Yeah.
Chronic came out 28 years ago.
Yeah, they've only been married for
24 years.
Yeah,
So 4 years before they got married, he released the Chronic.
Yeah.
He was already Dr. Dre when he was in NWA,
Yeah.
right? So that was at least, what, 30 years ago?
at
That
least.
NWA first
Yeah.
dropped?
Has
You know
she
what I'm
said
saying?
why? Do we know why?
Can you do a quick little Google for that about her wanting to own the name Dr.
And
Dre?
Years active, 87 to 91. Well, 87. So 87 was the first year NWA came out. So yeah, he's been Dr. Dre probably before then.
Yeah. So before they even because what was it? Was it the LA All-Stars? Who made Before You Turn Off the Lights? That was it Miss Chalet and the fucking like LA All-Stars or something like that? He was in that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was like, early 80s.
Yeah.
Like he was wearing makeup on the cover of that fucking record.
Well, you remember that the Dr. Dre song, Dr. Dre. Yeah. That was
Holy
way
shit.
back.
Yeah, that was way back.
Yeah.
So he was. I would argue that he was Dr. Dre long before he met her.
Yeah.
Definitely long before he was married to her.
For sure.
So for her to try to claim ownership of something that was going on, because she signed a prenup before they got married.
Yeah.
I don't think she would have. Her being a lawyer, I don't think she would have done that if she felt, oh wait, I helped you build this. I helped you create all these things.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't think that she would have necessarily. She said that she was forced into signing a prenup. That's a bit much for me.
Like, yeah, I mean, either you sign it or you don't.
Yeah.
You can walk away.
Yeah, you ain't got to marry him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if somebody said, look, you signed this prenup or we're not getting married, some people might consider that forced. No, that's still a choice.
Yeah,
You know what
still
I mean?
a choice.
Yeah.
You still have a choice too.
Yeah, like if you're not kidnapped and being held against your will, and like, okay, we're getting married and you're signing this prenup. And from all accounts, that wasn't the case.
Yeah, no.
She wasn't. She married him willingly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Everyone has a right to require a prenup for marriage. Everyone. I mean, shit. You don't think fucking Oprah has? Well, shit. Oprah hasn't even married Stedman.
So do you think she should get the money?
Fuck no.
Hell no.
Man, I'm kind of I was kind of for it until I seen the list, the itemized list.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, right? If she is married to this dude and he's like the primary breadwinner,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? He's the one that's bringing all the attention. She might take a back seat, raise the kids, be the wife.
Mm-hmm.
Her, any way that her career's on hold, and then they get a divorce, and then it's like you got to start it all from scratch.
True.
For sure.
But the thing is, he wasn't the primary breadwinner. She's a whole ass lawyer, a practicing lawyer, if I'm not mistaken.
Was?
Yeah. And there was, I do believe they had a company together, which is what she embezzled from. So there was, if I'm not mistaken, if you want to double check that pun, just look up the, Dr. Dre divorce, or Dr. Dre's ex-wife wants ownership of his name. But yeah, they had a company together that is what she embezzled the money from. And it turns out, like after they investigated, she wrote like a big ass check to herself. So it's not looking great for her. Now I'm all for, what's up?
Is her name Michelle?
I do believe so.
Or like Michelle?
I think so.
Because it has her net worth.
Or is that Michelle A? No, that's Michelle
Oh, that's
A.
Michelle A?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
No, just do Dr. Dre current divorce 2020. So like I definitely, here's the thing. I mean, as with divorce, should she get something? Sure. I'm fine with that. $2 million a month is a bit much.
It's ridiculous.
And also like some of the write-ups, like she wanted, I think it's $150,000 for charity.
I know.
So she wants his money to go and donate to charity.
Somebody else.
So you're not donating then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what was it? $900,000 for entertainment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell are you doing for entertainment?
That's a lot of tokens at Chuck E. Cheese.
Right?
Or Dave and Buster's.
Oh, man. Yeah. Like, here's the thing. I get it. He's a legitimate billionaire right now, but he's not like a Jeff Bezos billionaire, where Jeff Bezos is like $100 and something billion. I think Dre is like $1 billion.
Yeah.
If that, it might even be 800 and something million, which puts you at, quote unquote billionaire status. But it's like, you're not, is he bringing in that much every month? You know what I'm saying?
Well, imagine what his output is every month.
Yeah.
The amount of money he has, just his overhead.
Yeah.
It's probably like way more than $2 million.
Yeah.
Probably.
So you're going to just add another $2 million on top of that?
Right.
It's like,
that's a lot of freaking money.
yeah,
Found something on Vanity Fair.
Oh, did you?
I don't know if it's going to be helpful or not, but it says it's like the dog ate my homework. Dr. Dre's divorce prenup faces a long shot challenge.
Ooh, can you scroll down on that? What are they telling us?
she was bad, though.
Oh yeah, for sure. Real quick, Mr. Steven Feliciano is in the chat with us.
What if and my mom?
So is Goose. Oh, is your mom in the chat?
Yeah. What's up, Mom?
Jackie P is in the chat. Always lovely to have Jackie P up in here. So
Trying to like read. I don't.
There was one. If just Google Dr. Dre's ex-wife says she owns the name Dr. Dre. Just Google that. That'll probably give us a better. Yeah. Your dad said if she embezzled money, she should be in jail. I agree with that 100%.
I mean,
or jail adjacent.
Jail. Yeah.
Definitely jail adjacent.
I mean, but isn't that like that? I mean, that's a jailable offense, though.
It is.
If
embezzlement.
You get,
yeah. If I'm not mistaken, it's a federal charge.
So it's like not entirely false.
Yeah, it's not far from the truth.
What did you tell me to type in?
Dr. Dre's ex-wife owns the name Dr. Dre.
Jesus.
Yeah. So I'm Dex, like you, I'm kind of torn. When I first heard about it, I was like, okay, yeah, she deserves something. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you marry somebody, you spend that much time with them. Obviously, she upgraded him in some way, shape, or form. She should get something. You get used to a lifestyle. There should be something,
and the kids.
Yeah, but the kids are grown now.
Well, I mean, just raising the kids.
Yeah. So you deserve something for sure. $2 million a month, especially when you are, you have a successful career that nets you a decent amount of money. $2 million seems a bit excessive to me.
The thing that throws me off is, I don't know why I didn't know she was a lawyer. I guess she just never was that important to me, and not even like she's not an important person. Dr. Dre, who cares about his wife, right?
Yeah.
You a lawyer? Why'd you put that list together? You didn't do no like little like strategic like different lists, like like that was like a list my kid would put together. Like I want ice cream, I want brownies. It's like no vegetables.
Legos.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
oh boy.
So it's just that didn't make sense to me.
You can try this one. People.com. See what they have to say.
Sure, see what they.
Oh, they're saying it's a trademark lawsuit.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm. I mean, she co-owns trademark
to his name. See, that's what are they saying there?
Obtained by people. Young claimed that Dre secretly transferred valuable trademarks they jointly owned. So she's claiming that he secretly transferred valuable trademarks that they co-owned.
But the evidence is saying
both the name
she embezzled some money.
Both the name Dr. Dre as well as the hit album The Chronic.
So how did she partially own that if
I get it now.
In the lawsuit, Young alleges that shortly after being forced to leave their family home, Dr. Dre registered a new holding company and then began transferring the highly valuable trademarks, misrepresenting himself as the sole owner.
It's just how Michael Jackson bought the Beatles.
Yep.
Yeah.
Their catalog.
Right.
It's just how Scooter Braun bought all Taylor Swift stuff.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing. We should touch on that.
You don't own it as a person. You create a holding company.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And then there's owners of that company. So she probably, because she's his wife, was an owner of, and they transferred those trademarks and copyrights and publishing under that company. So technically, she owned it. So, obviously, it could be hearsay, but if that sounds like she owned it, if that's true, we don't know. But
does it say anything about the embezzlement on there?
Not on this one.
Okay, see if you can find that, because
$300,000 is like $30.
It is.
Yeah, right.
It is, but it's still a charge. It's still that. Still a quick charge one time for the one time. No. Oh man. Tamara said her son's first phrase was SOT and a beer. Oh, shot of tequila and a beer, and she got in trouble with it. She got in trouble from the daycare.
Oh wow.
We'll do.
What you got for me, Punfu?
We'll do vibe.com.
Okay.
Never heard of it, but let's see what they have to say about
Does it say anything? Also, real quick, Crazy 8, the Great, is in the chat on IG. Does it say anything about her?
It says Dr. Dre's estranged wife accused of embezzlement amid divorce.
I'm trying to think.
Chapman claims Nicole wrote herself a check for $353,571 last month.
Last month.
plus an additional $30,000.
Ooh. You can't be doing that. Can't be doing that. I feel like that's goes against protocol. Oh, you all right over there? You all right over there?
Yeah, I'm not a fast reader, so I know like it's not.
Hey, take your time, man. Do what you do.
I don't know what I'm looking for. I don't.
At least you're not going to school like Tamara's kids talking about a shot in a beer, a shot of tequila in a beer.
Probably talking about worse things in school than that.
Yeah, so like I said, I feel like she should get something, but $2 million. Again, I'm thinking of it from somebody who has, $5 in his pocket. You feel what I'm saying? I'm thinking of it as somebody who's saving up to buy a MacBook Pro, not as a fucking billionaire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't have 800 million.
So what do you think it is? Like, do you think it's like $20,000 a month in our money?
So here it is. In legal documents filed Friday, September 18th, Nicole accuses her ex of hiding assets, kicking her out of their home, and years of physical, emotional, and financial abuse.
Oh, okay.
I never heard of financial abuse.
And then they put Andre's history with women provides context for the blatant disregard he had for the legal rights of Nicole, his wife, and mother of their 3 children.
Okay.
The complaint states before referencing Dr. Dre's ex, how did you say that? Michelle A?
Yeah, Michelle A.
Okay. And the Lifetime biopic that revealed the abuse she suffered.
And that's the one that's currently divorcing him.
Well, Nicole.
Or was that okay?
But they're using the biopic of Michelle A.
As,
say, maybe... Yeah, he did. As what she's trying to say is that he did abuse me and stuff because look at the biopic from his previous marriage.
Was Michelle A in the Straight Outta Compton movie, or did she had her own biopic? I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think she had her own because they probably wouldn't have put him smacking up Michelle A.
Well, he also choked out that one chick too.
That was on TV too.
Yeah,
that was like on TV. Yeah. Was it him or was it Easy?
It was him.
It was him.
Yeah,
choked her up.
Yeah,
like who the fuck does that?
Yeah,
like that. Like word.
Yeah.
So is that? And this is just a question as far as how to look at this. Should that change our opinion of the situation? Like, for example, like she embezzled money, right?
For sure.
She bad, right? You did something illegal. Mm-hmm. But he probably was whooping her ass too. Like, isn't it kind of like?
So here's the thing. It's tricky. If he was abusing her, then it does change my opinion about the entire divorce, because I think that kind of goes against any prenup. You can't make somebody sign a prenup and then start beating their ass. You can't do that.
Yeah. And even like not even physically, but mentally, like sometimes that's just as worse as the physical abuse.
Right. So if you're beating on somebody, you can't make them honor a prenup if you're beating on them.
Yeah.
Now, at the same time, we have to. It's kind of a tricky thing because we weren't there. We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know if he was beaten.
Yeah.
It could be a situation where, he's had these accusations in the past, and then now I know that if I say these same things, people will be quicker to agree to
jump on my side
because he's had the accusations in the past. But there's been conflicting stories about the Michelle A thing. Mm-hmm. I've always been of the mind that he probably did do it to keep her in line, and you know what I mean? That kind of makes him a piece of shit. Mm-hmm. But then you have people coming out that was like, nah, I was around that whole time and that never happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like with Me Too, right? The sentiment of believe all women. You know what I'm saying? I come from, like I said, I always tell people I come from a tribe of women. Like I have a tribe of sisters and my mom. And, if somebody were to hit one of my sisters, obviously I would believe them. So I am of the frame of mind that, we should at the very least hear them out. Cause I've seen my sisters beat the shit out of a dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I've seen, both sides of the coin, and I'm not one to just say, okay, this is what you said happened, and so we're just going with that. He's a piece of shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? at the same time, I'm not going to tell Michelle A she's lying.
Yeah,
For sure.
I don't know. I wasn't there. You know what I mean?
Well, who should believe all women?
Well, that was the saying during.
Well, I'm just saying. I feel like it's like the people, like you said, your sisters and your mom. It's like the people that know them.
Yeah.
I don't got no business believing all women. I don't know you.
True. Exactly.
I'm not saying I don't believe you. I'm
sure.
just saying, like, you know.
I mean, you don't really have a business believing anyone you don't know.
exactly,
right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because people can say anything. People can say all types of shit.
Especially now.
Yeah. You know, and then like there's people that make false accusations that make everyone else look terrible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and with everything, I mean, there's people that have committed crime. Who was the lady that drowned her kids in the fucking pond in the car
yeah.
and then blamed it on a black dude?
Oh, yeah.
Had the cops looking for this
I know.
brother for like
months.
You know
This
what I mean?
phantom black guy.
Yeah.
For months.
Like how many brothers you think got beat down for that and had nothing to do, and then come to find out it was
The mom the whole time.
Yeah, it was her the whole time. Same thing with what was the girl that accused Justin Bieber of sexual assault?
Oh, yeah.
And then turns out he wasn't even
He wasn't even in.
he was in a whole ass other city
right.
with his girlfriend. You know what I mean? And then, but at the same time, you got people that have been accusing Harvey Weinstein for years.
Yeah. For
sure.
And nobody was believing them. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And it turns out this dude is the fucking Grim Reaper of, you know what I'm saying? Like this dude is molesting everybody. You got people that have been, you know, we've been saying that R. Kelly's creepy as fuck for years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and nobody was believing it. And then it turns out this dude had a whole ass harem.
Well,
And was having women trained and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, the music was good. That affected us.
Yeah, for sure.
And
for
Harvey
sure.
Weinstein, they was putting out some movies.
They
Yeah.
were.
That'd
They
be the
were. They
problem.
definitely were.
That'd be the problem, you know.
Yep. The problem is he was making too many people too much money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was getting people Oscars and so they would, you know, like what's her name literally thanked him and called him God.
I know.
Yeah.
On
Right.
stage.
Right.
And she had to have known. One of the issues I had with that whole situation was they kept coming after all these guys, right? Ben Affleck, Brad Pitt. I think Brad Pitt actually confronted Harvey Weinstein, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
But they were coming after them saying, hey, you knew.
Yeah.
Like you knew and you never said nothing. And my question has always been like, yo, what about old girl that called him God on
Right?
stage?
Yeah.
She had to have known. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? She
My thing
pretty
is-
much admitted that she knew.
My thing is, where's Meryl Streep been in this whole thing?
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's you. Okay.
Yeah. She called him. She called him God. She called him.
She
God
called him
on
God.
stage.
Right?
That's what I'm
Like-
saying. So like, if all these guys knew, if her relationship is close enough, she called him God. She had to have had an idea or known something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But no one's going to call her out.
Yeah,
They're going
where
to call
fuck-
the guys out though.
Where the fuck was
Yeah.
Oprah?
Right?
You know what I mean? Like,
But my question is how much do they know? And again, I'm not trying to justify nothing.
right.
Oh, for sure.
My whole thing is that if I'm in the music industry and I know so-and-so got a deal and there's some rumors that like, oh yeah, he's, you know, he or she slept with somebody. I'm like, oh, okay, they're trying to get their bag.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking
Right.
that's a part of, I would never do it, but I'm thinking like that goes on.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they knew if it was blatant, like, oh no, he like forcibly did some stuff.
Yeah.
Or if it was just some like, oh, you know, he had so-and-so at the hotel last week and she got
Right.
a part. Oh,
Yeah.
that's what, and you know what I'm saying? That little rumor goes around.
You know, one of the issues is that it got normalized early on in Hollywood of sleeping your way to the top.
Yep.
Yep.
It got normalized really quick.
Yeah.
And Emily said fact checking and proof is extremely important. You're
For
absolutely
sure.
right. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right.
More
about that.
people today need to do it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it got normalized. Sleeping your way to the top got normalized really quick in show business, and it happened one of two ways. Either A, you know, because listen, for a long time in this country, men have ran everything, right?
Yep.
So either A, you had these men in power who were like, listen, if you give me a little something, something, I'll get you in this movie. I'll get you this record deal. I'll get you this acting gig. I'll get you this gig on Broadway. Or somebody approached one of these dudes and was like, listen, I want to be in your movie. I'll give you a little handy, you know, around. But either one could have happened. But either way, it's not good that it got normalized.
For sure. Yeah,
you know what
for
I mean?
sure.
It got normalized really quick. Sleeping your way to the top got normalized really quick. So much so
It's in songs.
that Yeah. And we would joke about it. Like,
Yeah.
I remember when Madonna was hot shit, people were like, yeah, she slept her way to the top. I don't know that ever happened, but like people would accuse her of sleeping her way to the top. Anytime somebody comes out and gets popular really fast, they're accused of sleeping their way to the top. Iggy Azalea got accused of sleeping her way to the top when she had a hit song. Couldn't be that. T.I. is an amazing fucking writer and wrote her a fucking hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She had to sleep, she had to sleep her way to the top.
Yeah.
I don't know that happened. She's never said that happened, but it's become such a normal thing that it like instantly when somebody's successful, oh, they must have slept their way to the top. You know what I mean? It's just the thing that we say. And that's this Weinstein situation proves how dangerous that is to be normalized. You know what I mean? Like you can't be out here fucking. First of all, you can't be out here forcing yourself on people.
No,
That's just,
fuck no. Like,
Let's get that out of the way.
That's the thing. That's the number one problem with it. Because
Yeah.
I feel like, and I don't know, maybe because I'm a dude, so I only think like a dude. But like, if I was a woman, I'll be having all types of Oscars, Grammys, Tonys. Because I'll be at the top. I would get there quick too. I would get there so fast.
Man.
Almost like I teleported to the top.
Right.
So
here's the thing. I don't have no problem with people sleeping their way to the top. Whatever, dude.
That's
If
what you want to do.
Yeah. Like here's the thing. You can't. It's a weird thing. You can't be supportive. So on this show, we're very supportive of sex workers, right? No matter what that is, whether you're a stripper, whether you're a porn actress or actor, whether you're a cam person, whatever it is, we're very supportive of sex workers. I can't be supportive of sex workers and then say, oh no, you had sex with somebody to get a movie role. That's wrong of you.
yeah.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I can't do that.
No, yeah.
Use what you got to get what you want. My mom would always say, use what you got to get what you want. If I were in a position where if I sleep with this lady who I'm not altogether attracted to, but I can be in Black Panther 2, I don't know. I might do it.
Yeah.
I might do it. I don't know. Then again, I'm a guy.
Yeah.
It's not as traumatic of a situation for me. I always say this. I can only speak from within the bubble that is my life. For me, it wouldn't be as traumatic of a situation. I can't speak for women. I don't know that experience. But if I had the opportunity, would I do it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Definitely wouldn't sleep with Harvey.
No.
But it just became such a normal thing that it
Getting back to
Liz said Players Club motto. Oh man. Yeah, like in entertainment in general, sleeping your way to the top just got normalized. Really.
Yeah.
And I feel like it got normalized before we or Harvey or
Knew what
anyone
was going
ever
on.
existed. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this was like when Hollywood became Hollywood.
Oh, yeah.
When silent films was going on,
yeah.
it just became the normal thing. Oh, you wanna be in a movie? All right. Well, come on over here.
right.
I ain't got no problem with the barter system. If everybody is consenting, I have no problem with the barter system.
for sure.
I have this is one of those conversations where you kind of can't have when people are thinking emotionally. People that have been through it sometimes aren't able to remove themselves from what they've been through. I was talking to a friend of mine. I'm not gonna put her name out there, but I was talking to a friend of mine and I said inherently when you take the forcing, right? Take the force out of it. Inherently what he was doing, while morally wrong, it's not beyond the realm of what goes on. You know what I'm saying? It's a barter system. I have this thing. You want this thing. You have something I want. Can we work this out? If the two people are consenting, and this is very important, it's got to be consent. If the two people are consenting, I have no problem with it. You know what I mean? It's when you're holding people hostage, tricking people to your fucking hotel room. You know what I mean? That's where you fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's where you messed up. You got greedy. You got carried away. You started acting like a fucking supervillain.
Yeah.
And now you're in jail at fucking 75 or 80. How old is he? Fucking.
I don't know. He looks 150.
Getting back to your original, like how you said it could either be like one or two ways.
Right.
I mean, honestly, there was probably both going on. Like there were probably girls who were like, "Yeah, I'll sleep with you."
Yeah. Yeah.
And then obviously
there had to be.
Obviously, there were times where he was like, forced himself.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, I don't know. I wasn't there.
Well, they call prostitution the oldest profession.
Yeah, for sure.
So there had to be somebody that was like, yo, I want to be. Here's the thing. Somebody, I don't remember what podcast it was on, but they brought this up. They said, how many, since he was preying on women, how many women do you think are out there that were way better actors, way stronger actors than the stars that we know right now, but they didn't,
But they never made it?
Well, they didn't give into his advances.
Yeah, so they didn't make it.
Yeah. So how,
I mean,
like how many amazing actresses do you think are out there floating around that was like
never got a shot because they wouldn't sleep with old dude.
Isn't that wild to think about?
Yeah.
And also a lot of the women that were in a lot of the movies, certainly not all of them, but were crap actors.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
they were hot trash.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like, okay, regret doesn't equal an attack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if you did it willingly and then you regret it, it doesn't necessarily equal attack.
Yeah.
Again, I speak from within the bubble that is my life.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? I would never once
all
in
we
a
could
million
do.
years. Yeah, I
Yeah.
would never in a million years try to speak for women. I'm glad the fucker's in jail.
No, yeah. No, for sure.
I was surprised. I didn't think he was going to see the inside
Honestly,
of a
in
jail.
my opinion, Meryl Streep should be in jail too.
Yeah, maybe.
Because
Yeah,
look, you were adamant about how close of a friends you were.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I mean,
yeah,
any chance
she called him God.
Before then, any chance she got, she made sure she shouted out, "Fuckhead."
Yeah. We ain't even,
You know what I
we
mean?
ain't even gonna say his name.
So look, again, I don't know. Maybe she didn't know,
Well,
but all the signs and evidence before this happened,
Right.
was pointing that you were so close to friends that you knew what was going on.
Whether or not she knew, I mean, fucking.
Because think about this.
The Family Guy cartoon knew. How could she
Think-
not know?
right?
I
Think
know.
about this. Maybe she got as big as she did because she did know.
Yeah. I was thinking that same thing. Maybe she got the opportunities that she got because she kept his
Because
secret.
Fuckhead fell off, and guess
Yeah.
who else fell off at the same time?
Oh yeah, she did. I mean,
Not really fall off, but
to be honest though, she did have a long ass career.
No, she did.
Here's the thing though about her. She is a very strong actress.
She is. She is.
She's a very
Yeah.
strong actor, but maybe she got the opportunities that she got from keeping it secret. It's possible.
no, that's what I mean. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I'm just,
possible.
Yeah,
Well,
not like-
the market corrected itself though, because you said something earlier about consent, right?
Right.
If it's a barter system, it's no problem. But then what happens is other guys become executives and they're like, oh yeah, this is normal. I'll just do the barter system. And now
Right,
every chick
right.
who come through got to, on the resume, could be like, will she sleep with me? You know, that's a
Yeah,
part
right,
of it.
yeah.
And then what ended up happening now is like, people were like, we ain't going to do it that way anymore. And Me Too happened. And now it's the opposite. You can't even, you can't even say, I can't even like,
Hint
take
at
your-
it,
I can't
right?
even put your jacket on you.
Right? Yeah, because
Right,
I can't even tie an umbrella over you.
I
you
can't
know?
even be a gentleman
Yeah.
no more and open a door for you
Yeah.
because then it's he was trying to.
Sometimes.
Sometimes,
Emily goes, hey, now don't forget about fact checking. We're not stating anything as
yeah, I'm
fact.
not stating
We're not
anything as
stating
facts. I'm just
anything as fact.
stating
Don't
with what I
worry.
saw. Like
Don't
she
worry.
was.
We got to say allegedly.
Allegedly.
Emily, you are
Yeah.
absolutely right. Fact checking
Yeah.
is
It
extremely
is
important.
Yeah.
I think we're after post Me Too, I think entertainment wise, we are in a much better place because people are aware and they're speaking on it. I'm not saying things have been fixed at all. I will say this, Corey's been trying to warn us for years. And people kind of weren't listening to him. They were laughing him out of the room.
Right.
But I feel like in an entertainment wise, we are in a much better place now. People are hearing, people are starting to listen. Weinstein's in jail, Cosby's in jail, so that's a good thing. We have a ways to go, but I think that with, especially now in the digital world we're living in, people are more in control of their own as opposed to having to go to a Weinstein or a, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Which kind of leads me to our next topic, our social media marketing.
Social media marketing.
Like that segue?
I love that. That was perfect.
Woo, man. I don't mess around. I'm going to give myself a foghorn for that segue. Give myself a foghorn for that segue. Yeah, I feel like nowadays, the barrier of entry has lowered to the point that, you don't even need studios now. If you want to make a movie, you can get some people together and start getting your ideas out there. And social media right now plays a big part of that. Real quick, speaking of social media, TikTok has been rescued for now. I think Oracle and Walmart, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oracle and Walmart
Walmart.
bought in. So a combined 20%. I believe Oracle is 7, and then 7 point something, and then Walmart is 12 point, like 12.5. Can you double check that for me, Mr. Punfu, please? Good sir.
We gotta do some fact checks on that. Walmart.
What am I?
TikTok gets bought. Tamara said, I'd be pissed if I was a great actress and didn't get a part because I wouldn't sleep with someone. I'm definitely against it. Should I be punished because I wouldn't sleep with someone? No, not at all. Not at all. You shouldn't be punished at all whatsoever. That's basically what I was saying. How many amazing actresses are there out there that we didn't get to hear from or didn't get a part because they wouldn't do, you know what I mean, at that time. If there ever was a time when he wasn't forcing himself, the optimist in me wants to think there was a time where they were bartering, right? So if there was a time where it was just a barter, there was no forcing, how many actresses didn't get a shot because of that? You know what I'm saying? And yeah, Tamara, you're absolutely right. Also, Julian Mendez is in the chat with us.
So is Manny.
Oh, is Manny in it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It says by software giant Oracle. They beat out Microsoft for it.
Yeah, and I think it's Oracle and Walmart. I think. What did you type in the chat up there?
TikTok gets bought, which you told me to.
Okay.
Put in Walmart.
What does that first
Behind
one
it.
say?
This one?
Oh no, not that one. Where does the one that says Oracle beat out
here.
Microsoft? Click that one.
It's not really a thing you could click. It's just
Oh.
oh, well, wins bid. Yeah, wins bid.
Yeah. Let's see what that says. See if it tells us the percentages that they now own.
I will be redirected in 10 seconds.
Julian said, "Yo."
Okay, here we go.
All right. I think Oracle is controlling their like American servers or something like that. Is it telling us anything?
Not really.
It's not giving us percentages.
No.
Just Google what percentage does Oracle own of TikTok now. Maybe that'll help. But yeah, if I'm not mistaken, TikTok, Walmart is like 12%, and then TikTok is like, Oracle is like 7 point something. So it's like a combined 20%. If Kelsey's in the chat, she can tell us if she's actually in
I know
the
y'all
chat.
chat is on fire. Y'all got to get them to get on the fact checking duty. Shoot.
Real quick,
Does Oracle own?
DJ Flights is in the chat on Instagram. My man.
They own 12.5.
So Oracle is 12 and a half.
Walmart's 7.5.
So okay, I had it backwards.
yeah,
Walmart's 7.5.
Oracle's
12 and a half. Okay, I had it backwards. I knew it was one of the two. Also really quick, Kelsey said the bartering was even likely out of necessity, like sex work. It was born from a demand of men. We just became the supply. Facts. Definite facts. So yeah, the bartering was probably, I agree with that. Bartering, well, it's not for me to agree. These are just
yeah.
it's just the way things were. Yeah. So the bartering was probably out of necessity. Yeah. Because as I said in the beginning, like men have been running, everything in this country for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And now a lot of these men are starting to feel the heat from the heat of equality.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just be telling people, hey,
Right.
broad. Yeah, back to this social media marketing. So one thing that I said before was when we had talked about this the first time was there was a lot of people upset that TikTok might be banned. And it's from what I'm reading, it's still not fully out of the woods yet. But I was saying that a lot of the people that are upset are people whose whole following was on TikTok. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Where they may have tried YouTube, they may have tried Instagram, they may have tried Twitch, wasn't getting anywhere, so they got a big following on TikTok, and they didn't parlay that into anything else. Like if you look at a lot of the super successful people from there, they've parlayed it into other things. They parlayed it into a Twitch following. They parlayed it into an Instagram following, a Twitter following, other places that they can monetize. They're diversifying. They're diversifying their following so that they have multiple streams of income. So that if one goes down, they have the other ones to fall back on.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Listen, I don't have nearly as many followers as, let's face it, anyone on TikTok. But I also, you know, when we're doing this show live to multiple platforms, and that's too diversified. It's so that we can try to parlay it into something else. Demetrius, you're somebody that my bad. Dexitron. almost broke my own
right? You almost broke your own
my own shit, right? Yep. You're somebody who works very closely and deeply in like the social media world, like to the point you make apps, you do social media marketing for people. How do you see, what's your opinion of people that tend to not diversify or try to parlay their following into other places?
So glad you asked me that question. You may have to cut my mic off in a second. So, you know, I would say holistically, my focus is marketing, just holistic marketing and branding.
Right.
And social media is so important, but it's only one part of something I would call a funnel.
Right.
Okay. It's, for the most part, it's probably the top of the funnel. It's the first way people come in contact with you, your brand, your content. And one of the concepts, the thing that I hate about social media is that you don't own the relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
Instagram owns the relationship. Those people who follow you, if you want to reach out to them, the only way you can do it is through Instagram. And then you have to play the algorithm game. Right?
Oh, yeah.
So the first thing, now, when I say the first thing, a lot of this stuff should happen at the same time. Right? But I'm going to just say some things and then we'll kind of dissect it and whatever.
Okay.
The first thing someone should do is figure out a way to collect people's emails. And that may sound boring, and I'm not saying to do it like that. It's not like social media, go give me your email. What people should do is they should want to own a relationship. So just take somebody on TikTok, right? Take somebody who solely is on TikTok and they're trying to build this a million followers or whatever. Well, the first thing they should do is they should have a website, even if it's a basic website. And they should create some sort of free, 100% free community, get on my update squad where I can, if you guys like me, this is where I contact you guys directly. I give you updates. I let you guys know things that are happening before everyone else knows, behind the scenes stuff. It's totally free.
You mean a website like tiger39.com/live?
Yeah. Just like that. And as you put out your content on a weekly basis, daily basis, however you schedule your content, you should be letting people know intentionally, hey, go sign up for my whatever it's called. Don't call it a newsletter. Don't call it an email list. Don't call it something. Make it something. Call it something. Have like how you guys are doing with your chat and all these people, you got rules and you guys are building a brand and a culture. You do that same thing with this email, and all you do is you collect emails nonstop. You every day, what's her name? Charlie D'Amelio. She'd be doing her little dances on TikTok. Every once in a while, come up and do a little dance and say, sign up for my email thing, whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Because what you're doing is you are identifying the people that are in your audience.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me pause you real quick because Instagram.
I was getting on fire.
I know. No. Because Instagram stopped.
Oh, okay.
So what I want to do, because this is like important shit that you're blessing people with. So I want to make sure that we are able to the people on Instagram are able to partake in it, if you will.
I want them to get this.
Yeah. They're gonna have to catch this work. Why?
I may take a shot of this hand sanitizer.
It
smells like tequila.
Right?
Shoot.
Pun over there breaking stuff.
Nope.
That's all right. That's all right. Yeah, we're gonna get Instagram back up and running real quick. Yeah, Instagram only lets you do like 58 minutes. Or like 54 minutes, and then it boots you. And so every basically hour I have to redo it until Instagram changes their shit and lets you stream for as long as you need to stream. All right. We are back live on Instagram. Okay, please, sir, continue.
All right. So let me see what I was saying. Okay, so I'm gonna go back a couple steps because I don't know exactly when it cut off.
Okay.
The point I was trying to make is social media is so important because, like you said, Tiger, it's so easy to get on social media. It's free. You can start putting content out right away. Right. So that's the thing. You don't need a website and all that.
Right.
So people kind of stop there because you don't really need. They don't. Yeah. Oh, I got a website. Right.
Right.
I got followers. I got people engaging in my content. But what you don't own the relationship. That's what we're talking about, right? You have to go through this third party company that has their own rules, regulations. They change stuff up on you. They change the algorithms and all that type of stuff. And you're at the mercy of whatever they are doing. And we see that with TikTok, right? So the first thing you want to do is you want to own the relationship. So step number 2 is I want to own the relationship with my fans, with my audience. Now, there's something called intent in marketing. So a lot of these people, we call them influencers, right? And as an influencer, you have to be able to influence people, right?
Yes.
Right.
So if you can't get somebody to do some stuff that you are asking them to do, you ain't an influencer. I don't care if you have 100,000 Instagram followers. If they're not listening to you, you are not an influencer, right?
Facts.
That's the definition of influence.
I'm
right?
not a smart guy, but I can figure that out.
So, because I've had people say, I don't want to make my people go give me their email. It's like, okay, but you want to get a brand deal with this company, and then that company is hoping that your people go buy their thing,
right?
So you're going to put your audience to work at some point,
right? Yeah,
right?
Facts.
So this is a way to identify the people. So the people who actually come over and give you their email, because it's not going to be all of them,
for sure,
right? That's exciting because those people are giving you a signal that they're like, hey,
I'm riding with you.
I'm riding with you.
Right.
So now what you're doing, because you're going to monetize all of it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to monetize your list and your following. So you're getting paid off all of it. And you could double dip when it comes to that, right?
Yep.
So the first thing you want to do is own your relationship. You want to get the email. Nowadays, you can even, get people's phone numbers if they want to give it to you, whatever. And it's up to you as a brand, as a content content creator or influencer or whoever you are, to come up with how you're going to do that and the rules and the relationship, how the relationship's going to look, right?
Right.
So if you take, I was using Charlie D'Amelio, and the only reason I'm even saying her name is because my daughters be talking about her, so I don't even.
Well, she's also somebody that parlayed her, because she's like the queen of TikTok.
I seen her in Dunkin' Donuts.
And well, that's what I'm saying. She's also somebody that parlayed her following into other places. She built like on her TikTok, because she has millions of TikTok followers. She would say, "Hey, go follow me on YouTube as well. Go follow me on Instagram. Go follow me on Twitch, or go follow me on Twitter." So she diversified and was able to start bringing in funds from all these other places. Same thing with King Batch.
Yeah.
Hell, King Batch turned his, if you really think about it, King Batch turned his Vine following into a fucking Hollywood career.
I know.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
But here's a doomsday prepper in me, okay?
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So I will argue that if Charlie D'Amelio collected emails, she would be richer, and she wouldn't even be worried about what platform shuts down. Because
I agree with that.
Because obviously TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube aren't going to all shut down at the same time, right? So that's the doomsday prepper thing I'm saying.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, email marketing, because this is what you got to also realize too, right? Because at the end of the day, having a follower we call it a vanity metric.
Okay.
Right? It's vain. But it's the engagement. It's the getting them to click on something, to buy something, to do something, right? So that's really the metric. So when you have a bunch of followers, social media in what Instagram is doing and TikTok is doing, they're designing their platform. I know people watch that Social Dilemma, right? Mm-hmm. They're designing their software to keep you on it.
Yeah.
They don't want you off of it. They don't necessarily want you engaged in what the person's telling you to do.
Okay.
They want you to scroll to the next thing and watch somebody else.
Right. Yeah.
Right? So now you in this sea of noise, hoping somebody likes your post. But when you get their email and you send them that email, you go right into their inbox. Granted, there are other emails, right? There are other. They get other emails, but email is is still one of the main ways people communicate. You can't have any type of account. You can't have a Uber account. You can't have nothing without giving up your
without an email.
Right, right. Yeah,
so,
that's true.
So when someone gives you their email and you are able to create that relationship with them through email, right? Not blasting them every day.
For sure.
But making them feel like they're a part of some sort of exclusive relationship with you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, when something shuts down or you put out a YouTube video and you have 50,000 email subscribers, you're your own notification center.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. YouTube will let people know you uploaded a video, but so you're going to let people know too.
Okay.
So that's
okay.
I just honestly think that owning a relationship is very important, and then diversifying is what you're saying as well.
So ownership first, diversifying after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I you know what? I never even thought about the, I thought about ownership, cause kind of in this age, you kind of own, in a way you own what you put out, but yes, the platforms own the relationship.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. Cause without that platform, there's no relationship. Big thing is Dr. Disrespect, right? Dr. Disrespect, one of the biggest streamers on Twitch, gets banned.
Yes.
People still don't know why.
Yeah.
Banned out of nowhere. And it's like, all those millions of followers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, where do they go?
Absolutely.
They didn't go somewhere else on Twitch.
Yeah.
But luckily he has a site. He has, I don't know if he was collecting emails, but I do know that he has like a whole separate website.
Yeah.
Same thing. You ever watch Co-Carnage on Twitch? Really big streamer. Another one of Twitch's like biggest streamers. Used to be a game developer. Really solid guy. His fan club is called the Coalition. But he had, before he was partnered, he had a website and people could subscribe on his site. So like if you wanted to toss him $2 a month on his site, you could do that.
Yeah.
And then he had people that were subs where once he got partnered with Twitch, they could sub on Twitch, but they were also subbed on his website. So that if anything happened with Twitch, he still had his website. Same thing with Double Toasted. I watch Double Toasted all the time. They had a whole website, doubletoasted.com. They had a whole website. They paid for their streaming and everything. They just partnered with Twitch, but they keep their website and they keep their subscribers on that website as well. They lowered it down to I think it's like $1 a month or something like that. But all those people are subbed.
Yeah.
Everybody that's subbed on Twitch is also subbed on doubletoasted.com. And there's a whole separate chat for it and everything. And that's so that, because at the end of the day, I don't own Twitch.
Yeah.
I could say something right now and Twitch decide that goes against their terms of service and then I get banned.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then all 2 people that are watching me, all 2 people that are watching me on Twitch would be like, yo, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
Like, where'd he go?
Yeah.
Ownership is a big thing. And like I said, I've always just thought about diversifying.
Yeah.
Getting in on as many platforms as possible. That way, if one goes down, you still have the others. If one, we went to stream one day and Facebook just wasn't working. It wasn't letting me stream to my page. I don't know what it was, but I had to stream to just Twitch and then embed that stream onto my personal YouTube, Facebook page. But Facebook just wasn't, you know what I mean? But if it wasn't for the fact that I streamed to multiple platforms, we'd have been fucked. We wouldn't have had a show that day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that was the Chris Goody deep dive. Yeah. That was the first of many deep dives that, speaking of deep dives, we'll be doing one with Dexitron over here.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we're going to do,
yeah.
Here's the thing, man. This dude has a, number one, he knows a lot about a lot, especially when it comes to music, media, marketing. He knows a ton. You wrote a book, didn't you?
But I never put it out because
I feel like I have a copy of it.
I might have sent out some like, hey, what you think type stuff.
Well, no, we had a meeting one time and you like gave us all a copy of it.
Oh wait, was it the blueprint?
That might have been it.
Yeah, it was like how to brand yourself and organize target audience and all that. Okay, yeah. I never officially like put it out because of my background in music and trying to the whole music industry thing and all that. I found another path basically. After music, after I decided I didn't want to play that game, I wanted to be behind the scenes. I started really seeing that a lot of people were doing things wrong. Like the big thing too, like the epiphany that I had was really from Ryan Leslie.
Okay.
And how he structured his career.
Didn't he set up like a phone number, right?
Yeah, he had a super phone.
Yeah, super phone, and basically isn't he part owner in that as well?
Yeah,
I think
I'm pretty sure it's his.
I think he's either I think he's owner or
I'm sure he has some like funding.
At the very least, he's majority owner or something like that.
Yeah.
But he set up super phone, and it's basically you can text him at any time.
Yeah.
Like so. Obviously, people know Ryan Leslie from Diamond Girl was one of his first. I think that was his major hit.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people think that he fell off, but his reach shrunk.
Yeah.
But it's very focused.
Yeah.
And like when he sells music, he may sell 200,000-300,000 copies of a song, right?
Yeah.
But it's he's selling it directly to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
no middleman.
When you pay 99 cents for it,
it goes straight to him.
It's going straight to him.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, 500,000 copies of something, that's $500,000.
Yeah. That he's
minus taxes or whatever.
right?
But that's,
but he's not giving it to anybody else.
There's no middleman. There's no.
That's dope.
And with the super phone, like he has a number and everybody can text that number. He answers a lot of people, but you got to figure, let's say, 1 million people have that number and that he has 1 million numbers that he can send out a group text to all these people from that phone, right?
Yeah.
Let's say he's coming to Cleveland to do a show. He sends out the text, hey, I'm going to be in Cleveland at this place doing a show.
Yep.
That cuts out your fucking
advertising,
that cuts out promoters,
Yep.
it cuts out so many things.
Yep.
And then you can do these smaller shows at these smaller venues, but all of that money's going to him.
Yeah. So
You know
you're
what I mean?
you're pretty much making probably more than what you would have.
It's
Yeah.
like the equivalent of owning your masters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a perfect business model because especially the way he has it set up and the way that I tell people to set their stuff up is at some point collecting the email is just step one.
Really quick, Cameroni DiPrenzio is in the chat real quick, and also Matt Radicelli from Rock the House Entertainment, big homie. That's the homie right there. He said +1 on Dexitron's email. Multi-touch back plan.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
I love multi-touch back plan. Yeah.
And Gons flicked us off.
Oh, did he? Is Gonzo's in the chat? Oh, wait a minute. Matt Radicelli gets the Foghorn too. He's a dad. Yeah, Matt is the homie. Matt is first of all, he's an amazing business owner. Amazing. He's a lot like you, man. He's an amazing marketing person. Matt goes on the fuck all the way off list. He's definitely on that list because he's an amazing person. He's super smart, very media savvy. He's a good DJ.
Mm-hmm.
Like he can DJ. Built a company from his garage.
Okay.
Like he built Rock the House from his fucking garage, dude. Or not even his garage, like his apartment, just speakers in his apartment. And just started doing shows. Yeah. And now this is a multi, I don't want to put the number out there, but it's
big.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
As Jay-Z would say, it's crazy.
Crazy.
Like a show doesn't happen that they don't have their hands on in some way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like big stuff doesn't really happen unless like when I see like let's say I go to an event or whatever it is. There's huge lighting and all this stuff. I start looking around for Rock the House polo shirts because I know they're there somewhere. Yeah. I know they're there somewhere.
Yeah.
I actually learned a lot from him, man. Like even right now, like the whole idea of streaming, like partially it's just shooting the shit with him. Mm-hmm. Like when I worked for him, like going and doing shows. We were doing, I would do bar mitzvahs, weddings. You know what I mean? Just shooting the shit with him and just talking. Like He's definitely a very inspirational person. And he's one of those people that, and this is why he's on the fuck all the way off list. He's one of those people where you sit and Dex, you're like this too. He's one of those people that you sit and talk to them for 5 minutes and you feel like you can fucking do anything.
To second that, like I've had social media since it began.
Right.
But I use it for what it is. You just post stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
But like, and listening to you talk for what, a little over an hour?
Yeah. Not even.
Not even. Yeah. Well, actually, yeah, not even. Like, I feel like I actually know what I'm doing, which I still don't. But like, you're just very knowledgeable in your craft.
Well, that's
and
why
the way you portray it is.
I appreciate that. Y'all making me feel good on this show,
bro. These are facts, man.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, man. The whole reason I started doing this is to big up my friends. I have amazing friends. I have an amazing group of friends. Part of the thing for the deep dives is because I have amazing friends. Like, okay, I used to sit and like listen to you talk, right? And then I would go and apply that to my life. And honestly, you are part of the reason for the success that I've had as an artist. You know what I mean? Obviously, I knew how to DJ, but I wasn't parlaying things in a way that I could have been and partially should have been. And sitting and talking to you, like back at the first studio that I was at, not the first studio that y'all had, but the first studio that I was at. Yeah, the one with the fireplace. The studio's dope as fuck. But I would just sit and listen to you talk, and like, I'm like, yo, this dude knows his shit. And like, the thing that used to sadden me is people would come in to record, right? And you know, people always want to come in and fucking smoke and light up and all this shit. And Dex would be talking, and I'm like, yo, these cats aren't listening. And he's dropping gems, like gems, like just sit, chill the fuck out and listen for a hot minute. Even if you're not fully paying attention, stay in the room, because just by osmosis, you'll get something. But yeah, bro, you are partially responsible for my success for honestly everything. Like even with streaming and stuff, a lot of what I do, like from talking to you, motivated me to do more and gave me ideas. Oh, okay, I need to apply that to what I'm doing. I was already trying. And see, this is something that that a lot of people sometimes don't realize. You know the say, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. You have to already be motivated to do the thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you're motivated and you're already trying, talking to him, talking to Matt will have you feeling like, okay, I am ready to tackle the world. I would sit and talk to Matt and then literally go home and start like working on ideas to do stuff and working on stuff to progress myself beyond. And the thing about Matt, real quick, I know I'm talking about both of y'all at the same time.
It's all good.
The thing about Matt is that he would talk to you not as an employee. He wanted you to do better, even if it wasn't with his company.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He wanted you to build and go beyond, even if you outgrew his company. He wanted better for you. And that's something that you do a lot too, Dex. Like you want people to build, even if it's not necessarily with you. Like you're the type of person that comes into people's lives to like upgrade them. Like, listen, I'm gonna drop these gems, but at the same time, I'm not gonna force you to listen. You can pick them up, or you can leave them there to just be a pretty ass floor. Just be
wasn't that Rick Ross tiptoeing on marble floor?
Just be a marble floor tiptoeing motherfucker. But yeah, like you definitely you're somebody that motivated me to go out and push harder and do more. And especially for like, as an artist, you know, I tell people like as a DJ, I'm an artist. I'm a DJ in the sense that I'm an artist, not a DJ in the sense that, you know, I do weddings or not knocking that. Not knocking that, but like I'm a DJ / artist. You are definitely somebody that motivated me, like talking to you. I learned so much. And you know, you also have to be receptive to learning. There's a lot of people that think they know everything about everything. So when I owned my martial arts school, I feel like I'm always like figuring out a way to talk about myself. It's my shit though. I can do that. When I owned my school, one of my rules there was you don't know. So if let's say you did a move wrong, right? And I'm saying, okay, that was wrong, but here's how you do it. Never say I know. Because you don't.
I hate that.
So like one of the rules was you don't know, because if you did, you would have did it. So I've tried so hard in my life to never be somebody that when you're talking to me, I fancy myself a smart guy. I like to think I'm very intelligent. At the same time, I'm intelligent enough. See, I can't even speak. That's how intelligent you are. I'm intelligent enough to know that I don't know shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In the grand scheme of things. So when somebody is speaking, I listen. I don't say I know. I don't say, oh, well, or you could. I don't do that. Okay. You know what I mean? Elucidate me. Show me something. Mm-hmm. And even if you're talking about something that I know about, there's still your aspect of it I don't know. So I can still learn from you. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, you know, I've been grappling my whole life, but then I'm rolling with a white belt or a blue belt, not to say no names, Emily. It's not a situation where I'm like, okay, I'm rolling with this person that doesn't know as much as I do, so there's nothing here for me. I can still learn from that situation.
For
you know,
sure.
maybe the way they go about doing something, maybe the way they go to escape something, I can learn something from that. So, you know, listening to you talk, listening to Matt talk, like I learned so much, you know what I mean? Just listening. And I feel like a lot of people, I don't want to say don't have the patience, but don't have the mentality of listening for a second. Mm-hmm. It's like Common said in the song, holler back, but listen first.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like catch this work. And then, you know what I mean? Sometimes people only are pretending to listen just so they can reply. You know what I mean?
Have you heard of the Dunning-Kruger effect?
No, please elucidate me.
Okay. So I am not a psychiatrist or psychologist, but because I'm into marketing and that's what I do for a living.
Right.
You have to understand human behavior.
Right.
For sure.
And there's this weird, and it's exactly what you're talking about. It's this weird thing that because you're right. I'm not trying to gas myself up, but I do try to like just give knowledge away.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Somebody told me, it was a great entrepreneur told me, give away your best stuff.
Right.
Just give it away. Right. Yeah. You know, there's going to be somebody who's going to pay you for it. Just give it away. And I'll run into these young cats. It's not always even young dudes all the time, young people, but a lot of time it is younger people, and they just think they know everything. And I'm gonna try to come up with an analogy on the spot to explain the Dunning-Kruger effect. But imagine I tell you that, you know, there's a field. It's about 100 yards, like a football field, and it's like weeds and there's some puddles. And I say, look, if you run through that field, you know, do it in about 5 minutes, I'll give you like $100,000, right?
Okay.
And you look at the field and you're like, okay, that's nothing. That's easy.
Yeah.
And then you get through the field and then you realize, oh, there were some snakes in there that I didn't know about. There were some alligators in there. There were some pricker bushes.
Oh, shit.
There was all this stuff in the field that there's no way you could have known.
Yeah.
Because before you do something, the only thing you know about it is what somebody may have told you, or what you imagine about it.
Or what you see, like
what you see.
What you could see.
But when you've experienced something and you're on the other side of it, you realize there's like 150 things that there's no way that I would have known that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Right.
So people that are really good at things like DJing or all these other multitude of things that people are good at, they kind of undervalue themselves sometimes because they've gone through it and they know how hard it was to get where they are, and they're very modest and humble about it sometimes.
Yeah. Right.
But the new dude who just like, oh, I was DJing in my house, I did a couple of mixes, you know, and then he gets to the club and the audience turns on him.
Yep.
And he's like, wait, Dave, I didn't account for this.
Right.
Yeah.
That gap. That's the Dunning-Kruger effect.
Okay.
And it's basically, it was two psychiatrists that did a study. One was Dunning, one was Kruger, and that's what they named it. So it's basically when a bunch of knuckleheads think they know what they're doing, but they don't because they ain't did it.
Yeah.
And they don't want to listen to people who've done it.
Okay.
That's basically what it is. And I think that's a big thing. People go on YouTube, watch 5 videos on the topic, and then now they're, you know, an influencer or a rapper or whatever, a figure skater, you know. But it's a lot harder once you've done it, and you got to deal with like other personalities and business, and oh man, I didn't know how to pay taxes. There's like all these things. You're like, dang, I thought business was gonna be easy, and it's not. You know?
It's definitely not.
No.
So that I think that's the kind of thing that everyone runs into.
Yeah.
You know,
I have a slight confession. I did know that, but I just, you know,
I love it.
I wanted to hear him explain it. Man.
I heard about it, but
I like the way
I
he puts
understand
things.
it a lot more now.
Yeah. And we all do it sometimes.
Like I am familiar with it.
Yeah.
But after just now saying one of my rules was you don't know.
Yeah.
Right?
I didn't want you to be like, oh, do you know about the Dunning-Kruger effect? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
The way I should have said it is like, it's when you say, how hard could it be?
Yeah.
That's the Dunning-Kruger effect.
Yeah.
It's probably a lot harder than you
know what?
think.
That happens with artistic careers a lot as well. People will always say, well, how hard can it be to be an actor?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're just playing pretend. How hard can it be? How hard can it be to DJ?
Yeah.
You know, like when people, again, speaking from the box that is my life, I'm not an actor, so I can't speak on that. But as a DJ, whenever I'm DJing and people want to have whole ass conversations with me or stand where I'm like, yo, like, or like, they're like, excuse me. And I'm like, yo, you see me working.
Yeah.
Well, you're just pushing. How hard can it be? You're pushing buttons.
Yeah.
Like, oh, really? You want to come up here?
Well, come here and do it.
Hey.
Same thing with acting, or you know what? A major thing that people are getting a little wake up call for is freaking our sisters, our brothers and sisters that work in the exotic dancing clubs.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like once people started messing around with pole dancing,
Yep.
I'm sure there's some people that went in there like,
Oh, yeah.
how hard
How
can it be?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
That shit is hard.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
That shit is hard as fuck, yo. I'm not too manly to admit. I tried it and I was like, I ain't doing this shit.
Right? I ain't doing this.
Here's the thing. When I went in there was like the things that they had me do, I could do, right? I did enjoy it. And it was difficult as fuck.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not doing this no more.
No, yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I did it. I proved to myself that it's possible for me to do it. I'm good now.
Yeah.
In a worst case scenario, I could do this.
I could hop up there and spin around.
But if I don't have to, I ain't doing it.
I ain't doing it.
Yep.
It's kind of like I feel like anything artistic, people tend to get that idea. Well, how hard can it be?
I was in a movie.
Were you?
Yeah.
Were you? What?
Yeah.
Word?
I can show. It's like a short film. So like when I say a movie, you know what I mean.
No, it's still,
It ain't no movie.
That don't matter.
But it was up in Chicago, and I was the only actor. So I'm the sole actor in the movie.
Oh, shit.
And it's about 5 minutes.
Really?
And I'm playing a soldier who's back who has PTSD.
Okay.
And I did horrible.
Really?
Yeah. Because
why do you feel that you did horrible?
all right, so I'm gonna take the main, and I'm gonna share it with I'm gonna text you so you can show him.
Okay.
But the reason I did terrible, number one, is if I was just talking, if I had lines and I was like talking my lines,
Right.
that would be easier.
Okay.
But since I'm the only person, most of the acting is me having expressions and things like that.
Right.
And you don't realize that when you try to force like a frustrated look or a scared look, you look stupid.
Yeah.
Like when you're
Yeah.
really frustrated, you don't think about, let me make a frustrated look. It's just natural.
It just happens. Yeah.
So the whole movie, I have to do all these expressions. There's no talking. There's no words.
none.
And nope. And the whole movie, is cringiness. It's just super cringe. And my mom and my dad love watching it. Every time I go over there, they say, put it up on the screen. And it's just like, everyone's just roasting me. And I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. But just because you said, like, same thing. I was like, how hard could it be? And it was like, okay, you're the only actor in it. So, like, are you down for this? I was like, yeah, let's do it. I'm ready. and it was an era of my life. This is maybe like 4 years ago. It was an era of my life where like I told one of my buddies, I'm saying yes to everything. And he's like, all right, well, I know this dude that, like, literally I said, I'm saying yes to everything. He's like, all right, you want to be in a movie? I was like, yes. Like literally that's how it happened. And we went.
That didn't sound like an enthusiastic yes.
Because I wasn't thinking I was gonna have to jump in on something that big that soon. I thought it was gonna be like maybe like trying to do a kickflip or something.
Yeah.
But I had to do, but yeah, it just was like, it's cringy. I don't even know. All I know is that every time I watch it, all the emotions of while I was there are still fresh to me.
Okay.
Because it just was like, when is it going to be over? When is it going to be over? They're like, hey, do it again. Can you do it again? Can you look more like concerned? I'm like, dang, that was like my best. I thought I was doing good.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't have nothing else concerned. Like I don't know having no more concern than the tank to give you. You know,
you didn't know how to tap into like past
no
things,
tapping
stuff like that. Yeah,
I couldn't tap into nothing.
Yeah.
I had no signal.
Actors are really good at that.
Yes, and another thing too. You ever seen in a movie where like people are getting like electrocuted, or they have like somebody throws like a lightning bolt at them, and they have to go like,
yeah.
You know that. There's no lightning.
There's
there.
no lightning at all. Yeah. But they look like they're being shot.
Right? So you just gotta like look stupid, like you know.
Whereas me,
we're gonna make it look good after. You know?
Me, I look like somebody imitating somebody getting electrocuted. They actually look like they're being electrocuted. My sister just asked, did we see the video of the girl who fell 32 feet off the pole?
Yes.
That kind of goes to what we're talking about when people are like, how hard can it be?
Yeah.
Was that at KOD?
I don't know.
Miami?
It might have been, but she kept dancing.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
She fell 30-something feet, hit the ground, face first, bam, and twerked herself right off the stage. And like, she didn't break character. She didn't. Yeah. God bless her. God bless her, dude. I hope she got big tips.
She wasn't like that, the back flipping ninja with the afro?
No. Oh, God, that dude. See, that's a whole different thing. That shit I'll laugh at. I won't laugh at the girl falling 30-something feet off the pole because she could have died.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, you know what? I have a feeling that one of the reasons that she was hurt, but one of the reasons like she didn't break her neck or something like that is because that shit takes strength. I feel like she built up muscles in her shoulders and neck, and that might have saved her life.
Could have.
Because she hit the ground hard as fuck, man. Holy crap.
Yeah, I don't know anything about strip clubs, so I can't really comment.
Word. John Doe is a strip club veteran, though. Is he even he's not in the chat right now, no, so we ain't gonna call him out, but yeah.
Hey, can I say something about Tiger and the Nova Souls? So there's like in Cleveland, like this, I don't think this could have happened anywhere else. And maybe there's other cities like this. But when I started coming up in the ranks in the music scene in Cleveland, you just start discovering little pockets of people, right?
Right.
And I mean, eventually that's how I met you. Yeah. But you always be like, you hear about people before you know them.
Yeah.
You're in the same places.
Yeah.
Like literally, I remember I was DJing like a Cali Miles event.
Where was that?
It was at Liquid or something.
I was about to say,
no, it wasn't Liquid. It was that place on LeBron used to go there. What was it called? It changed the name like 50 times. It's like on Euclid, I think, over there by the square a little bit.
Talking about Rumor?
No, by you.
I don't know why it got a rooftop too.
Sure, that wasn't Rumor because Rumor had a rooftop.
Man, what's that place
Rumor's not
called?
by Liquid though.
What's that? It wasn't.
Not by Euclid though.
Yeah, it was over off the cut. Anyway,
I wonder if anybody in the chat knows.
Yeah, man, LeBron used to go there all the time.
Really quick, Steven says she broke teeth. And my sister says she broke her jaw like bad. Yeah, I know she hurt herself. Yeah. But I'm saying she didn't break her neck. You know what I mean? She wasn't paralyzed. And I feel like
she got jacked up.
Yeah, that might be because, like she was if you're in better shape, you're less likely to take traumatizing injuries from certain things.
Yeah.
Certainly not all things, but yeah. But yeah, she did mess herself up pretty good.
I can't remember the name of this club. But anyway, I was DJing and you guys were like doing like the late after party or something. Like you guys were like the main event.
I feel like that was Rumor, dude.
No, Rumor.
Not Rumor. View.
The View.
View.
The View.
View. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what exactly.
Talk it out.
Yeah.
I kept saying Rumor had a rooftop.
Yeah. You kept
I was mistaken.
But you were thinking
Rumor,
of View.
Yeah. View. Okay.
So I remember, and I was thinking like, they're a DJ duo. That was so cool to me. And I just had kind of gotten into DJing. And like the only reason that I even did it is because of just the music production side of it.
Right.
Wasn't like I was trying to front. I think it's a natural progression. Maybe DJs go to producing and producers may go to DJing because we understand music and beats and stuff like that. So like it was, again, and I did have those experiences where like, how hard could it be? And I was like, oh dang, this is kind of challenging. Because you said something about somebody coming to talk to you. You're such a better DJ because I see you DJ and sometimes you don't even have no headphones on. You just like in the perfect mix.
I don't ever use
and I was like,
anymore.
I was like, bro, that's like this dude is like a genius. Like,
oh, thank you.
When
sir.
people come talk to me when I'm DJing, I'm like, there's like my brain shuts down. I'm like, I shut down, right? Anyway, long story short, I just remember just, you know Tiger? You know Tiger? I was like, Tiger? His name is Tiger? And he's in a DJ duo? Oh my gosh. And I just remember just the Nova Souls, you guys are just like this elusive group of, like you guys weren't like hiding or nothing. It just was this cool thing. And then when we finally met, it was like, it was almost like I was like happy to meet you. You know what I'm saying?
The pleasure was mine, man.
So I just remember that time, I miss those times though. I really do.
I tell people, as far as like going out and especially being a DJ / artist during that time, like the early 2000s, 2006, 7, 8 through like 2012 ish, going out was a much more open-minded affair musically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like all the blogs were putting out remixes. Like there weren't really record pools. There were record pools, but people were going to like blogs and shit and just looking for what people call bootleg remixes.
Yeah.
It was a lot of blog house, stuff like that. And people were just, Ableton really crashed onto the scene and everybody was making remixes.
Yeah.
So every club wanted fucking remixes.
Yeah.
Remixes and mashups.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was a really good time to be a DJ because you could basically play anything and people were there for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even the bottle service places, people were there for it. They were like, yo, whatever you're playing, there's new shit. I think one of the bigger DJs at that time, what was it, Girl Talk?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that fucker wasn't even a DJ.
I know.
This dude would show up with a laptop and literally a mouse.
He had like a college dorm room Dell.
Yeah.
Like
like literally. And but he would sit in his room and make a ton of mashups.
Yeah.
And then put out these mixtapes that were all mashups.
Yeah.
And so then he started getting booked to DJ, but he wasn't a DJ.
Yeah.
He was doing
made
like
mashups.
Coachella and Lollapalooza.
Yeah.
And
So
stuff
he
like
would
that.
show up, pre-made mixes,
Yeah.
but just
Yeah.
kind of throw some effects and stuff live. But yeah, like it was during that time. So everybody, like there was some of the clubs downtown would literally be like, only play mashups.
Oh yeah.
Don't play any regular versions of songs.
Yeah.
You know
I feel
what
like I
mean?
remember that. Just
Yeah.
from
I remember
being with you most of the time. Like
Exactly.
I remember Sunday Fun Day, the Velvet Dog on a rooftop, Mr. Bradley P, Terry Urban, and that's the first time I really was like introduced to like mashups, mashups.
Yeah.
And I just remember like what is this, you know? So I just feel like now it's just and that I think the internet's beautiful. Don't get me wrong, and I feel like an old head sometimes, but I do feel like the internet, with all the blessings that it's bestowed upon us, it also does this other thing where it's like nothing stays like cool too long, right?
Oh my God, you just touched on something that I always talk about. Not to cut you off.
No,
I apologize.
No, you're good.
So there was a time, I tell people, there was a time where like people would put out an album. And this isn't that long ago.
Yeah.
It was a few years back.
Yeah.
People would put out an album, right? Or a single. And then you would rock off that album for like a good year.
Yeah.
For sure.
2 years.
Yeah.
Songs, like there's a lot of throwbacks right now, right?
Yeah.
And there's a reason why people still want to hear them is because that was that person's single for a good year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah.
They weren't putting out a single every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The attention span for how long something can be dope has gotten so short.
Yep.
And partially because of online. But then the flip side to it is it's like a weird thing. It's like a weird catch-22, right? The flip side to that is that genres have gotten expanded life, but then songs get shortened life. And what I mean by that, let's say you have people that are like fans of like, let's say they're a fan of an 80s band, right? Hall & Oates.
Okay.
And they listen to a lot of early Hall & Oates stuff. Well, eventually Hall & Oates had to change their style to fit with the times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You listen to like Teddy Riley, father of New Jack Swing.
Yeah.
He was doing New Jack Swing. Eventually he had to switch it to fit with the times.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you have all these artists that we remember fondly, you know, like freaking House of Pain, or, you know, like even going back to hip hop, like Diddy. Diddy's sound was totally different, but then he had to switch it up to start keeping up with the times.
Yeah.
Now these things become a genre, like retro wave, right?
Yeah.
We talked about this on the show before. We're obsessed with the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Oh, yeah.
me more so than him, but anything that sounds like it's from the 80s, I love it.
I'm just like 80s, 90s for me.
Yeah,
You
for
80s,
sure,
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
I like some 90s
Yeah,
stuff,
for sure.
like early 90s stuff.
Yep.
I love it. But like a lot of those groups, when they came out, eventually it had to switch it up.
Yeah.
To stay with the times. Now that has become a genre. Like the 80s sound
Yeah.
is now a genre. And
Yeah.
it just, you don't have to switch. There's a
Yeah.
group called The Midnight, right?
Yeah.
And that's what they do.
Yeah.
There's another group called I think it's Miami 1984.
Okay.
That's what they do. They do
Yeah.
shit that sounds like the 80s. They've been doing it for years. They
Yeah.
don't have to switch it every year to keep with the times. So the good thing is that in that sense, like the genres have gotten a longer life. But then, you know, Drake makes a song and then literally a month later, people are like, yo, you got the new Drake
Yeah.
song? I'm playing Tootsie Slide.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, I'm
not
talking
this.
about
Hey, I never changed. When you said that somebody rock with a song or album for a year, that's still me. I'm
Yeah.
so behind in
100%.
music.
Yeah,
Me too.
100%.
Yeah.
Music intimidates me now. Like,
Really?
like I'm talking about as far as keeping up with it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Drake's dropped 2 songs in one day.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
literally,
give or
it's
take.
like, you know, so yeah. The only sometimes I know about songs is because I be playing Fortnite and I be getting them emotes.
Oh, you get that.
So
You know, there was a time where people thought it was like out of hand that Ludacris was dropping an album every year.
yeah.
Yeah.
He even said in a song, I
Right.
drop albums once a year for my fans' sake. And people were like, man, that's a lot. But
know.
now it's like somebody will drop an album and they'll drop another album.
Like a day later.
Drake will drop 2 albums in a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drake will drop 2 albums in like a 6-month span.
I have a theory about that. And maybe
Pause for dramatic effect. You know what he paused for, right, Pun? He paused for the lights and sound.
no, I,
Lights and sound.
I paused because I may have had a little quick seizure, a little stroke. I had a
Don't want to do that.
This whole concept of the music industry being like more of a corporate thing. So like music, I mean, if you go back, you know, music was really made to sell record players,
Right.
right? So the music was selling hardware.
Yeah.
And then we got to a point where we're actually selling the music. People are talking selling songs. Like the people, you know, thinking like, oh, I'm buying their album, right?
Yeah.
Now I think what happens is that artists have to put out a lot of music, a lot of content. Now it's just under the level of content, right? So Drake puts out an Instagram post. His song is on the same wavelength.
Right.
Like it's like, I want to be relevant. You know why? Because Nike wants to do a deal with me.
Yeah.
I need to sell some sneakers. Now, granted, there was always music, you know, industry business people, right? You know, artists always had their products and commercials and stuff like that. But I think it's to the level now where like music has no value. My kids, I have Apple Music and Spotify, right? I have the family plan. My kids never even owned a CD. So when my kids become adults and they have money in their bank account and they can buy stuff, they're not going to be like, oh, wait, let me buy music. Let me buy CDs.
Yeah, yeah.
So now artists have to sell something else. They have to sell products and things like that. So I think that that's why they put out so much music now, other than the fact that they got to keep up with all the other, since everybody can go to Guitar Center and put a studio in their house and they got to keep up with all these other people putting out stuff. So
really quick, Pun, would you do me a favor? You got Matt made a really good comment in the chat. Do you see it there?
Yeah.
About the Spotify spill. Would you mind reading that for us real quick?
So yeah, Matt said I call part of it the Spotify spill. People build playlists of things labeled in genres and categories that are essentially musically incorrect and don't belong. And eventually it sticks. Spills. While it can be a beautiful thing, there are unintended consequences.
For sure. For sure. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that kind of goes back to what we were saying, what we were talking about, like with the internet. I feel like the internet is the best and worst thing to happen to music at the same time. I mean, it's an oxymoron when you really think about it. Whereas before, the barrier of entry for having a music career was really high.
yeah.
You know what I mean? You either had to sell some drugs to buy some equipment, or you had to, or you had to know somebody, or go to your homie's house who has an MPC, or something had to happen. You know, your friends that have guitars, so you got to go there to learn. Or the barrier of entry was really high, and in a sense, a lot of times the cream would rise to the top.
Yes.
You know what I mean? The best of the best in a lot of cases would rise to the top. Whereas now it's a lot easier to get your stuff out there. First of all, if you have a laptop, you can make music. Any kind of music you want, no matter what it is, rock, country, jazz. If you have a phone, like if you have an iPhone, you can make music. Fucking GarageBand is free.
I know.
You know what I mean? So you can literally make music. T-Pain has made albums. Like he said, he's like, I make a lot of these albums on an iPad on the fucking plane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the barrier of entry is way lower. So what happens is you have a lot of people that are able to get their artistic creations out there to the masses. At the same time, you have a lot of people that are able to get a lot of bullshit out there.
Yeah.
So it becomes a little bit harder to sift through the bullshit to get to the art.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like a sea of noise.
Yeah. And you got to wade through it to get to what you're trying to find. And I'm not here to say what's music and what's not music. It's all music.
Yeah.
It may not be for me, but I'll never say it's not music.
Yeah.
You
For sure.
know what I'm saying? It's not my cup of tea, but I'm not going to say it's not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you put your heart into it, it's music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like James Brown said, if it sounds good and it feels good, then it's musical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now there are people that take advantage of the system that just, put out a hot beat and the song is like hot garbage, but it's got a beat you could turn up to. You know what I mean? That being said, it's easier for people to get their artistic visions out to the masses now, but it's also easier for a lot of bullshit to get out there.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Do you find yourself? I mean, this is a question for both of you guys because I'm a old head. I feel like I can't get with the times of some of the new stuff.
Okay.
Do you guys tend to like new music now, or do you guys more listen to older stuff?
You want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
You can go first. You can go first.
I'm gonna have to say I like the old stuff better.
Yeah. Okay.
Like that. Like if I'm listening to like if I'm just putting on an album or like a playlist or something, it's going to be someone like most of the songs from somebody's one album. Is on that.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's like I'll like have a song of somebody.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like to actually listen to a whole album.
Yeah.
Like nah. Like definitely go with the old stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, I would have to say it depends because new music is kind of my career.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Like I keep up with it.
Yeah.
So let me preface this. Right now, I'm a successful DJ. And what I mean by that, I'm not the richest. I'm not, nothing like that. But what I mean by that is I'm able to express myself artistically when I go and DJ. I'm not put into a box anymore. I've gotten to the point to where I'm not put in a box and they're like, you have to play this.
For sure.
I'm at the point to where when I get booked, they trust me. You know what I'm saying? When I play Velvet Dog, they trust me. When I play Barley House, they trust me.
And I've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I was like,
you know what I'm
they
saying?
let them play that?
Yeah. They trust me.
Yeah.
They trust that they're not micromanaging.
Yeah.
Because as a DJ, there's a point to where you get micromanaged.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm beyond that. It's to the point now that they're booking me for me. They're booking me for who I am. Maybe not my following, but my skill level. So because of that, I'm able to find stuff that I like everywhere, whether it's new. Obviously,
sure.
I love a lot of old stuff. But I'm able to find stuff in the new things that I like. I don't really follow artists because I tell people like I can't afford to have a favorite artist because eventually they're going to let me down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes back to the whole thing. People love Hall & Oates, and then they switch the style up, and people are like,
sure.
"The fuck is this?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? People are addicted to Private Eye, but then when they made Rich Girl, they were like,
Yeah.
"Hold on,
Wait, what is happening?
So yeah, I try not to get addicted to artists, but it depends on what we're talking about with new stuff. Like with new hip hop, sometimes I kind of get bored because some of it kind of, to me, the beats and stuff will sound kind of the same. I mean, shit, when Mustard is producing everything,
Yeah.
you got
Yeah.
But as far as all music, I like new stuff. Now, as far as what I listen to,
Yeah.
I don't listen to anything that I play in the club, really.
Yeah.
So like what I listen to, like Fun's been in my car.
Yep.
I'm listening to like oldies, fucking Studio 54 station on Sirius XM. I listen to Chill.
Yeah.
Like the Chill station. That's almost anytime you get in my car, it's on the Chill station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as I sit here and say it, I don't know if it's as much. It's definitely not because I don't like the new stuff. I think it's more because that stuff is work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when I go to work, that's what I'm playing.
Yeah, that
I
makes
know
sense.
about it. I've listened to it. I hear it. I know what I like. I know how to get it in and out of other things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if I'm going to leisurely listen to something, I listen to kind of like chill stuff or like retro wave or house, pretty much.
I feel like music, different genres do different things for me. So I have different rules for different genres. So if I'm listening to some dance music, I know this may sound weird, but most dance music I like.
Okay.
Really, really quick, Kelsey said, can I answer? The entire time I was there, I don't think they listened to a single new song in the car.
There may have been one or two that snuck in, but yeah, like I don't think
there was definitely lights and sound.
Lights and sound.
So really quick, let me fill Dexitron in. So when Kelsey was here, she was let's just say she was tired. Right? So she was tired. Don't worry, I took the camera off me.
No, I know.
And so we're in the car, and I was dropping her back off at her hotel, and that sounds horrible. It
does, but
no, we were all hanging out.
Yeah, we were
I
hanging
dropped her
out.
back
Yeah.
off at the hotel, and she was telling me about how in school she was like, yeah. So in school, I think it was their theater program. She was like, I used to work the lights and sound, and then I looked at her, and she goes, lights and sound. And I was like, why did you say that twice? Like, what the?
It's funny anytime I.
And she's like, I don't know. So ever since then, ever since then we've just been like lights and sound.
Lights and sound.
Okay, please, continue what you were saying
Me?
about us listening.
Oh
to
yeah,
new
I mean
songs
there may have been one or two that snuck in there, but like even like you listen to the groove or the soul and the chill. Like I've started to.
Right.
But like even like the hip hop stations I listen to on Sirius XM are like the old school ones.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Like I like old school hip hop. To me it's more, I don't know, I mean everything is talent.
Yeah.
But personally I feel they put more into it back then.
It seemed like it was a much funner time.
Yeah.
To me, it wasn't as. So, I tell people that during that time things weren't as cookie cutter. You were a little bit more free to be who you are, and people were like, "Oh, you can do that now." And I'm like, "Well, think about this. You have a lot of artists that come out, right? And their first couple of albums are very radio friendly, very par for the course." And then that third album, you know, they say the first album is to get on. The second album is for your fans. The third album is for you.
Yeah.
It never fails. That third album is like completely different from the other stuff they did.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, what was it? Was it 2 Chainz or was it Future? I think it was 2 Chainz that did a song with De La, or was it Future? I think it was 2 Chainz. I want to say it was 2 Chainz that did a song with De La fucking Soul.
Yeah.
Which is a far cry for the shit that he was doing with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look at Rick Ross, dude. When Rick Ross first came out, like, he was doing stuff, but his subsequent albums were very lyrical.
Yeah.
Like, Ross had bars.
Yeah.
Another example is fucking David Banner.
Yep.
Yeah.
When you look at real girls get down on the floor and all that stuff,
right.
like that was way different from like his later albums where he's spitting bars. You know what I mean? Like he worked on his delivery, worked on his accent, and he actually has bars. So like a lot of times you have people that come out and their first few albums, they're doing this thing. And it's because the labels are telling them, this is what you got to do.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And then, and once they, exactly. You were there. You were involved. There. Once they have a little bit of freedom, it's totally different. Another example is fucking, I'm not a fan of the dude, but Post Malone.
Yeah.
Post Malone came out and dude was a rapper.
Yeah.
Now he's singing folk and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same thing with remember Pink?
Yeah.
Pink came out, was like R&B.
Straight R&B.
Straight R&B.
I thought she was just like a biracial chick.
Right, exactly. Right. And that's because the labels were like, this is what you got to do to get on.
Yeah.
Once she got on, she was doing rock.
Yeah.
She was doing dance stuff. Like, so I feel like during that time, during that era, you were a little bit more free. And it's because, I mean, let's face it, dude, hip hop was at its infancy during that time.
Yeah.
So it was like they were throwing things against the wall just to see what sticks, to use an Italian analogy from my Italian brother over here.
Well, I'll tell you what didn't stick in hip hop. is bars.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it did.
They left the bars.
Hold
out.
on. Bars stuck in hip hop.
But
It didn't stick in rap.
Yeah.
It didn't stick in rap for sure.
I need bars. If I'm listening to hip hop,
Yeah.
I need bars.
For sure.
I need some lyrics.
Do you feel like this is something that I feel like has been happening? I feel like, and this is, this is the only time we'll talk about like race stuff. I feel like industry wise, as far as like people getting signed and people getting put on, I feel like the white rappers that are out there have been getting more lyrical, and the black ones have started, like, I don't want to say mumbling, but it's going that route.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you have like a Mac Miller or what is it, Asher Roth? I
remember Asher Roth.
Yeah, remember Asher Roth? Like super lyrical.
Yeah.
During a time where if you were lyrical, you couldn't get put on, but these cats would get put on. Look at Lil Dicky.
Yeah.
Lil Dicky's lyrical as fuck.
I know.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not taking anything away from them.
Yeah.
My beef is with the industry.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when you have, it seemed like when you had, other than, like a Kendrick would squeak by, a J. Cole would squeak by. But I feel like if a lot of these dudes didn't have the cosigns that they did, I mean, Kendrick had Dre behind him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if it wasn't for that, a lot of these rappers wouldn't have got the push, you know what I mean, on the radio and stuff like that they did. Whereas these lyrical white rappers, they get the media push. They get that push behind them. And these are dope. They're dope MCs.
Yeah.
In no way, shape, or form am I saying, oh, they shouldn't be. No, these cats are dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I like seeing what they're doing. I wish there was more of it.
Yeah.
I wish there was more people out here being lyrical and not just talking about dumb shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of our brothers and sisters rely on the N-word too much when they're rhyming. You know what I mean? It's like at the end of every line is that word.
Yeah.
Whereas the white MCs can't rely on that. So you know what I mean? They got to rap their way around it. And there's some rapping motherfuckers.
No,
You know what I'm saying? They out there rapping their ass off.
Even like street cred, like Kendrick seems like every song is about like the gang life in Compton.
Yeah.
And I'm not taking nothing away from him.
Right.
But like you got that to back, you got that behind you as well.
Yeah.
I feel like white rappers, like I guess Eminem did. He had a little something, growing up poor.
Little something. Yeah.
But I just feel like I hear what you're saying. From a business standpoint, it makes a little bit of sense if you think about the amount of white people in America.
Right.
And white people have been buying hip hop music all the way back since the late 90s, early 2000s. I mean, that's the biggest demographic.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I mean, there's 6 times the amount of white people in this country that are up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just an interesting little nugget that,
Hey, but like you said,
I think about sometimes.
When they come through, though, they be having bars.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
They be
For
having
sure.
Logic.
Yeah, but Logic's half black.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Logic's actually black.
The funny thing about that, is
He looks
year.
white.
Yeah.
I think he's half and half.
Yeah.
He's mixed.
Yeah.
He's mixed.
Yeah.
I mean, but half of them counts.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of white rappers that aren't even white.
Yeah.
Like people call the snitch who shall not be named. They call him a white rapper. And I'm like, nah, that dude's Latino.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even Lil Pump. Lil Pump is actually, I think he's Mexican, if I'm not mistaken. He's not white. Lil Xan. Lil Xan is actually Mexican as well. His name is Diego.
Wow.
Yeah. So he's actually, there's a lot of quote unquote white rappers that are out there that aren't actually white.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they can pass.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that any of them are saying they're white. Like it's known, you know what I mean? These cats, it's known that they are what they are. But like, the ones that are out there, Lil Dicky, Lil Dicky can rap his ass off. He's not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
But he can rap his ass off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? M can rap his ass off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's not necessarily, there's certain songs I like by him, but there's other songs I'm like, you know what I mean?
After the Eminem show, I'm not a fan.
Oh, really? After that, it was just, honestly, Kels can rap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When he decides to rap.
Yeah.
When he decides to rap and not sing. But yeah, Kels can rap. Like, it's not my cup of tea, but motherfucker can rap.
Yeah.
He's got bars. He can
bars.
spit. So yeah, when they come through, man, they come through. I mean, shit, one of my favorite MCs was MC Search from Third Base. That was my favorite hip hop group for a long time.
Yeah.
And they're white as hell. One of my other favorite hip hop group was Young Black Teenagers. None of them are black.
What the fuck?
Oh my gosh.
What the hell?
Bro, I got hip to them And I was like, I was listening to their shit, and I'm like, yo, these young black teenagers, they're dope. And then like went and like got like a CD. And it was all these white dudes on the front with dreads. I was like, who the fuck is this? Did you ever see the House Party movies?
Yeah.
Did you see the second one when he went to college?
Yep.
Remember the white dude with the dreads that was rapping?
Yeah. Oh,
he's part of the young black teenagers. Right. Yeah. Fucked up name. Can't get away with that today.
No. Hell no.
Yeah, you can't do that shit today at all. But yeah, young black teenagers, they were dope at the time, man. They were dope. But yeah, I feel like our lighter brothers and sisters are getting more lyrical while we're starting to get a little. I feel like for a media push, it gets dumbed down.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like look at Chance the Rapper, one of his most popular songs, which I like. What is it? Hot Shower.
Yeah,
it's kind of dumbed down.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I like the song. I don't mind the song at all.
I
whatsoever.
love Chance. Like that's probably the dude I rock with the most.
Yeah,
but I heard like. I like Hot Shower, but it's not one of my favorite songs of his.
Yeah, right.
Because it's too commercial. Like, or to me, it sounds.
I mean,
like how like No Problems that was like, hey, do this song because it'll get you radio play.
No problem. I really like No Problems.
I like No Problems too.
Yeah. I like the sample,
but it's different than everything else he does. Because that was like the song they put on the radio. Yeah. Like you don't hear any other, like even now with Hot Shower. You don't hear any other Chance the Rapper songs except Hot Shower. Not at all. Because that's the radio song.
No brainer with with Justin Timberlake or what's the other one? I'm the One.
Well, that was all of them. That was like DJ Khaled and Quavo and Lil Wayne.
He put everybody on
Justin
that
Bieber.
song.
Like they're all on those songs, yeah.
My uncle was on that shit. Everybody was on that fucking song. Dexitron was on the fucking song. Oh man. I think we might be wrapping it up here soon.
Really? Already?
Oh shit!
Yeah,
it might be that time, man.
Wow.
We done did a hot 2 hour.
That felt like 30 minutes.
Right? It goes quick, man. It goes quick.
This is fun.
I tell people when you come on, it goes really, really fast. Like people are like, well, what am I going to talk about? How long are we going to stream? Like probably a couple hours. You know what I mean? And they were like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, listen, it goes by really, really fast. Even the deep dives, man. The deep dives will be 2.5, 3 hours, and they don't even. When I'm like, all right, man, it's been about 3 hours. They're like, wait, what? Really?
Yeah.
They say, it's kind of like when they say, when you enjoy what you do, you never work a day in your life. It's kind of like that simple thing, and time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's that same exact thing. I mean, we don't have to end it. I'll keep fucking streaming. I ain't. You got somewhere you got to be? You got a curfew or something like that? You got to worry about?
No, I gotta jump on Warzone.
Oh boy,
Call of Duty Warzone. I got a session later. Like 10. No, I don't got like 10:30, 10 o'clock, 10:30. I'm gonna be on Warzone wetting some dudes.
Matt said, "Bro, MC Search."
Yeah, he says he plays MC Search.
Yeah, and young black teenagers for my kids all the time, and that's why he is a great father.
Oh, hey, but speaking of that, my kids, they get me hip to new music. But like, they love old stuff. Because I steady have that on in the car.
For sure.
Yeah.
I was actually, speaking of Matt, I was doing I think it was either a bar mitzvah or it might have been a prom. And some kids came up and asked for I Wish by Skilo.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and I was like, they were like, can you play I Wish? And I was like, I wish. Like they were like, by Skilo, have you heard of that? And I was like,
have you heard of it?
Have you heard of that?
Yeah. This song's older than you.
Yeah, this song's older than me. Like I'm like, what do you mean?
That's so funny.
I was like, are you sure? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And I played it, and all the kids were. I don't know if it was an inside thing with them, whatever it was. They wanted to hear it. I played it, and they went off to it. And I was like, wow.
It's kind of like keep going.
I was done.
It's kind of like when I told you like how I think it was Post Malone. He did that song with Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
And all the cool kids were like, "Oh, dude, whoever this Ozzy Osbourne dude is, he should be thanking Post Malone for putting his career on."
Like, are you fucking kidding me?
That happened to Missy Elliott. Y'all remember when Katy Perry brought her out?
Yeah,
at Super Bowl.
Yeah, and they're like, Missy Elliott.
Yeah, she's gonna have a good career.
Yeah,
didn't it happen again when fucking she did a song with Lizzo? Like a lot of people were like, "Oh, Lizzo,
they don't be knowing.
yeah. Holy shit!
Hey, go listen to Missy Elliott.
Right? Isn't she the first woman in like the songwriters? What do you call it? Hall of Fame, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, she wrote a bunch of hits.
Yeah, I think she's the first either the first woman or the first female hip hop artist, one of the two, inducted into the. I believe it's the Songwriters Hall of Fame. I'm sure Pun will check that for me.
I don't even know if I searched it right, but
that's all right.
She's the first female rapper that made me take away the female.
Yeah,
and just be like, don't get me wrong. There was a bunch like Queen Latifah, MC Lyte. There was a bunch of tight ones, but I always like, oh, she's a tight female rapper.
Yeah,
she was the first one where I was like, oh, she's just dope.
Yeah, producer. You got something for me?
Yeah, this was January 13th, 2019. Missy Elliott will be inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, making her the first female hip hop artist to receive the honor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. She getting that paper. She getting them songwriting, songwriting publishing.
It's crazy, dude. She is so talented.
Well deserved.
She's a dope producer. She's a dope MC. Yep. Just all around dope, man. She can fuck all the way off. Just all around. Man.
I love that concept about that.
What, the fuck all the way off? Yeah, man. Yeah. I had to center myself real quick. Now that I can see myself over here, it's man. I we didn't even get to the why the rules topic.
I mean, we could.
I'll touch on it real quick.
Yeah.
Really fast. So some people have been wanting to come on the show and they have hangups about it. And one of the hangups is that, we don't do political talk here at all whatsoever. They feel like it's stifling free speech, but it's not. You're not free. You're emancipated. Yeah. Because you're in someone else's house. Yeah. And you're coming on someone else's platform. So you got to kind of adhere to what they want to do.
Not really a political show.
Yeah, it's not a political show at all. The biggest issue is, and this is odd to me. So the biggest issue is, it's like I told you when you came in. There's two rules: no politics and don't talk over me. And that for some reason is their biggest issue. And I'm like, here's the thing about the not talking over. And they're like, well, what if it's a heated debate? But we don't have those here. Mm-hmm. We're not debating. We're just a couple of goombas hanging out. I use
having
that term
a good time.
because of my Italian brother over there. We're just a couple of goombas having a good time and talking about stuff. And what I tell them is, and this is for the people out there, if you're talking over one another, that's not a conversation.
It's not.
That's closer to
an argument.
That's closer to an argument. Mm-hmm. And then I also tell them, if you're trying to get out an idea, let's say you have a thought and you want to get that thought out. And then as you're halfway through that thought, I start talking over you. You have not fully expressed your thought. So now people listening, because we have to be mindful, because there's millions of people that could potentially be watching, but there's only 12 right now. There's tons of people that could be watching. And then now you've presented them with a half truth because you weren't able to finish your thought. So you were halfway through. Yeah. So you might be like, such and such did this, but you're about to bring it back around to why that was wrong. Yep. But they think you're agreeing with them because you got cut off. You know what I mean? So I was like, people have to be able to express their thought. And I want this to be a place where anyone who comes on is you can express yourself. You could. As long as we're not talking about politics, if you have a thought and you're talking about something, speak on it. We don't need to debate. We don't need to argue. We don't need to talk over each other. Plus, in a podcast, if you're just listening, it doesn't sound good when a bunch of people are talking over each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sounds terrible. So that's the reason for the rules. Pun has a different reason. What was your reason, sir?
It's your show.
I love it.
Can I add something from as an outsider?
Yes, please.
I'm gonna tell you why your rules are brilliant. Number one, for me, I'm a political dude,
right?
And I talk politics all day, and I have a bunch of opinions. And I feel like you said, the problem with everyone is everyone's just talking past each other. No one's listening. Sure. You're just waiting. Like you said, I just want to say something as soon as you. I'm gonna kill you.
I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna kill you. As soon as somebody pauses,
I got you. Right. So I'm okay with not talking politics. Yeah. So that's one thing. The other thing about the not talking over you, or people not talking over each other, is it makes you really think about the way you communicate. Because when you said that to me, I was like, oh, okay. Like I wasn't like had no feeling about it. I was like, but I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, let me sure that I didn't talk over nobody. And so when you're talking, I'm listening.
Yeah.
I was more engaged, which not saying I wouldn't have been otherwise, but I really was like in the moment. I'm like, oh wait, okay, you're talking, okay.
Yeah. And the thing is, I wasn't saying it to you. It just becomes, the routine.
Yeah.
Whenever people come in, I just...
Yeah. No, I love it. I love it, though.
It's kind of like when again, back to me talking about me. When I owned my school, one of the things so when my guys would have a fight, right?
Yep.
First thing I would always say, as soon as the bell rings, I would say, relax and breathe.
Yep.
And you would think that that's something that you wouldn't have to say. But a lot of times, like my guys would tell me, you say it, and then I think about it, and I'm like, yeah, okay, let me relax my shoulders a little bit. And it's always the first thing I said, relax and breathe, because you're not doing it. So people will come in, and highly respectful people, it's just they're used to communicating not in a platform type of way, but just out and about talking to their friends where, like if you're just talking to your friends, you're talking over each other all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It happens.
Yeah.
Fucking pun gets around Cam and they start talking about sports and shit.
Rap.
Yeah. I wouldn't be able to record none of that.
It'd be fun.
It'd be fun, but I wouldn't be able to record none of it.
Like a side thing. You know what I mean? Like a snippet. Me and Cam for a Buckeyes game.
Ooh. Yeah, so
it's
like
a wrap.
by saying it, it kind of gets people in the frame of mind. Okay, this is a different thing. It's a different thing that we're doing. Yes, it's still a conversation. Yes, we're still talking. Yes, we're just a few Goombas in here chatting it up. But it's also a thing. Like there's a reason for it. Like there's a reason there's lights and a camera and these sexy microphones that I got to get a third one of. So Dexitron has a sexy mic too. So
it's all good. My voice sounds sexy on every mic.
See, he got that deep voice too. Fuck all the way off, man.
Real quick, Emma Bluebelt.
Okay.
Said, your podcast is my escape from the chaotic world of every day. One of the reasons I enjoy it.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Bluebelt Emily in the house. I think Kelsey said something.
Yeah, she said 100% why I have not been on the show. I have a thought and out it goes from my mouth.
You ain't lying.
Whew. Yeah, that's
listen,
facts.
if interrupting was an Olympic sport, Kelsey would be a gold
Michael
medalist.
Phelps.
She'd be the Michael Phelps. Oh man, like you ever meet somebody? There's a few people I know like this in my life where like they interrupt you and it's funny to you. Like it's not annoying. You know what I mean? It's just you could tell the excitement that they have. They're not. She's listening.
Yeah.
And it's not like she's just hearing you just so she can interject, but like she's excited about the conversation.
Yeah.
So the minute you pause, you can't pause.
She's full go.
Yeah, you gotta do a run-on sentence because if you don't,
no punctuation.
yeah, if you pause for even a second, she's right there.
Hey, my family don't need a pause.
No,
I go to my mom and dad's house. I'll be there with my brothers and everything. Man, we just talk over each other.
just over and over. She said, "Yeah, right." Like I'm one to talk. I am one to talk. You see me talking,
Right? This is your show, bro.
talking my ass off right now. Yes. Yeah, I don't know why people have a hang up about
On that. You know what I mean?
Out of all the things, like it's there's freedom and then there's emancipation.
Yeah.
Right? It's kind of like someone said, the slaves were emancipated. They weren't freed.
Yeah.
Freedom is you go around doing what you want to do without no outside interference.
Yeah.
Emancipation is you can do what you want to do, but within these parameters.
Yeah.
So I say that to say that when people come on here, your speech is emancipated. It's not free. You know what I mean? It's yes, you're free to say what you want to say.
Yeah.
Within these parameters.
Yeah.
And there's one thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's one topic that I'm like, okay, this is what it's kind of like remember that there was a time a few years back, and Dex, you'll remember this, where our Caucasian brothers and sisters were obsessed with the N-word and why they couldn't say the N-word. And it's like, why the obsession with that word? Yeah. It's one fucking word that people are like, don't say this.
Yeah.
Don't say this in public.
Yeah.
And there was an obsession with
I remember that.
It's like that same thing right now. Like, listen, on here, this is what we don't talk about.
Yeah.
And it's like, I get a lot of messages. I delete them. Actually, I just started deleting them because they're like, yo, man, I want to come on, but I have a lot to say about the political climate. Like, okay, go somewhere else and do that.
Yeah.
Start a podcast and do that.
I know,
you know what I mean?
right?
Like, yeah. Honestly,
you're talking about freedom of speech.
Honestly, it sounds like it would be an amazing podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Dex, I would listen to you talk about politics. I would. If you started a podcast and talked about politics, I would listen to it. You should. Yeah. I'll produce it. You're very articulate. You present things in a way that's very easy to listen to. I would listen to it.
For sure.
It's just I would listen to it. It's just not something that we do here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know,
which you can do. It's your show.
Exactly. Oh man. Kelsey said, "Don't stop to breathe. I'll interject." Damn right you will.
Yeah.
You damn right you will. Yeah, it's such a strange hill to like choose to die on.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
that one.
Like that's
like
what
I would.
choosing?
It would be more understandable if the politic thing would be the more one they're upset about than the don't talk over
don't
each
talk
other.
over them. Yeah, like that already. Honestly, if you're that upset about not talking over me specifically or each other, that clearly shows like what you came to do.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like you came to have an argument. You're already argumentative before you even get.
Yeah.
You're already arguing with me in my message. Right? You know what I mean? You're already in my message arguing with me. Why would I bring you onto the show? You know what I mean?
It's like you go to somebody's house and they like take off your shoes. You be like, I don't take off my shoes.
Right? It's like, okay, stay outside.
It's like, I mean, you could. It's just when you go to somebody else's house, it's just like that's their rules. Like, why you
would adhere to their rules?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It don't make sense to me.
I have interesting house rules. Like, nobody's allowed to yell at me in my house. Like, if I'm let's say,
do you remember? We were having a meeting one day.
Oh yeah,
this is a while ago. We were having a meeting.
Oh man,
and we were sitting in here, and I was on the couch, and like I basically talked over you, but I was yelling. But it wasn't like we were beefing. It was just excitement.
Yeah.
But
we weren't beefing at all.
But it was like borderline like disrespectful in the sense of I wasn't disrespectful to you by saying stuff. I just was just like, I just steamrolled him. And literally, I'll never forget this. And we were cool right after. Because I was like, this is his house. Yeah. He was like, whatever you said, Demetrius, whatever you said, you could have said Dexitron. You say, hey man, don't be yelling at me over in my house. Like it was literally like, don't yell at me.
I don't think I yelled. I think I was like, hey man.
No. Like, you didn't yell. You were stern.
This is my house, and don't talk over me in my house.
So,
or don't yell at me in my one of the two.
No, it was probably whatever you just said. My whole point is that you've been consistent.
Yes.
With certain types of rules and communication, especially in the place that that's your environment.
Right. Yeah. Right.
So that was like 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago.
And maybe. I also extend that because you know the saying you gotta give respect to get it. Mm-hmm. I would never like yell at someone, call them out, however you want to put it, in their house. Like, that's your place of rest. You know what I mean? Yeah. It kind of goes to relationships. Like if I'm seeing someone, I tell them, look, I'm a very simple guy, but don't yell at me in my house. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what I mean? I pay the rent here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like this is my castle, and I won't do that to them. I'm not going to yell at them. I mean, if we're arguing, I'm not yelling at them in their house. You know what I mean? You can say whatever you want to say to me in your house. Yeah. If you need to, I would also tell people like, oh, we need to talk. Okay, let's meet up at this park, or you know what I mean? Because I ain't gonna be chastised in my own shit. I won't even let people like. I was seeing somebody one time and she was like, "I think we need to talk," and I was like, "Oh, this sounds like a breakup." I'm like, all right, well, let's meet somewhere. Well, why can't I just come over there? Like,
it happening in my house.
Yeah, you ain't gonna dump me in my house.
I know. That's so funny.
Make me feel uncomfortable in my shit.
I'm just gonna be watching TV and then I have to think, oh, this is where you broke up with me.
Oh, hell no. Kelsey said, or in your car. Yeah. I pay for that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, ain't nobody gonna yell. One thing I'm very like, ain't nobody gonna change my radio station. I almost kicked. So one time I had to pick up Cleveland Savannah, and she was tipsy. Okay, and she tried to play country in my car. Boy. Nah, fam, pulled over and was like, "You gotta get out. You gotta go. It's a wrap for you. It's curtains." I ain't doing that. Don't change my radio. Now, that's not to say I don't let people, like, if so if I'm in the mood, I'll be like, yo, go ahead, put on whatever you want to put on. But don't just get in hitting buttons and shit. Like, nah, I don't do that.
I feel that's risky.
It is.
Because like, even like before I met you, which damn near my whole life, so it wasn't a very long time, but it was like, I would never think to get in somebody else's property.
Yeah.
Whether it's house, car.
Right.
And just do something without asking them.
I feel like it's a very... So the car thing, okay, so again, I'm not doing this disclaimer anymore. The bubble that is my life disclaimer. I ain't doing it anymore.
Yeah. I mean,
So when dudes get in my car, it never happens. They never want to touch the radio.
Yeah.
Unless they're really fucked up, and then I got to check and be like, man, sit back in the back seat, shut the fuck up, go to sleep.
Yeah.
But never happens. Whenever women get in my car, they always want to touch the fucking radio. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's in my life, I don't know if it's a guy-girl thing, if women just think that they can do that because, I don't know. I don't know if it's a flirting thing. I don't know what the fuck it is. Guys never do it.
Yeah.
Women almost always get in my car and want to change the station. You know what I mean? It's a very strange thing. I might do some research on that.
Yeah.
It could be too, like maybe how you. Well, I guess it doesn't. I guess this would be not accurate because you think the same way and you're not black. Because I was gonna say maybe just being black, you're raised a certain way, but
in a black household, you ain't supposed to touch that radio.
Well, because no, you're right. But my dad and grandfather told me basically like,
talk a little bit closer to the
my bad. Hey, my bad.
There he is.
Right?
There he is.
Got that deep voice.
Yeah.
You know, just to quickly touch on this is back in the 60s and all the way down, 60s and beyond, right? It was like, a black man in America he had nothing.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
when he came home,
Yeah,
that was his kingdom. So I grew up with like,
and he got the big piece of chicken.
yep,
Right?
big piece of chicken served at the table.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because this in this realm, you're the king, you're the whatever, right?
Yeah.
And at least that's what, if I got in your car, I would never touch it. I wouldn't even think to touch your stuff because I would be thinking like, man, this is like his chariot.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just
for sure.
So I don't know.
Kelsey says she just wanted the butt massage and the heated seat. My car does a subtle butt massage.
It does.
You've had that. Pun's had it.
I did.
Yeah, Pun's had it.
I don't know if I'd do it again. Not a fan of the butt massage.
Wasn't a fan?
Every once in a while.
Did you try it with the heated seat?
I did have the heated seat on. Remember?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it's better in the winter.
Okay.
Long,
I will.
wintertime, long day of work.
I will
hop in the
dabble.
car, heated seat.
I
butt
will
massage.
dabble in the wintertime.
It's a very subtle butt massage. It's very subtle.
Does it feel good?
I mean, I
it
enjoy
felt
it.
good.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
But
Kelsey clearly enjoyed it. Whenever she would get in the car, first thing she did was like, boop, boop. Oh, man. Pun.
yo,
You got any jokes for us today?
oh
man? You got
Jesus.
any? I mean, listen.
No. Look, I think it's because I always hope they'll take over.
Oh,
chat?
You hope the chat. We're only let's just do two.
Two?
Yeah, we'll do two real quick. So we usually end the day with a couple of like dad jokes or very cheesy jokes. So let's just do two of them.
Let me find some that
Yeah, go ahead see what you can.
Oh jeez.
I don't know why I'm already laughing.
You should be.
Did you find anything for us?
All right, you ready?
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready.
How do you get a squirrel to like you?
I don't know. How do you get a squirrel to like you?
Act like a nut.
Oh boy. Woo. Gonna be one of those nights, eh?
Yep. This is the first one I pulled up.
All right,
Like the first list.
Let's
So
hit us with one more.
why don't eggs tell jokes?
I don't know. Why don't eggs tell jokes?
They'd crack each other up.
Oh my God. Oh boy. Woo.
Here's one more.
We're doing.
Yeah.
You're feeling extra jaunty
what?
today, huh? Okay, one more. Hit us with it.
I don't know about this one. It looked good, but okay, we'll see how it goes.
Okay, let's see how it goes.
I don't trust stairs.
Why not?
They're always up to something.
If you think about it, dad jokes are kind of like, they're kind of brilliant.
Right?
They really are. They really are. Oh man. Oh man.
Yep, that was
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, and on that note, thank you for joining us tonight. This has been Two Endangered Mammals, the #1 podcast in my duplex.
for sure.
I have been your gracious host, Mr. Tiger Adinaldo. And with me, as always, and thank you, sir, Mr. Pun Fu Panda. Pun, why don't you tell these people how they can get in touch with you when you're not on the #1 podcast in this duplex?
On Snapchat and Instagram at PunFuPanda, and on Facebook, Pun Capasa.
And our special guest for today, Mr. Dexitron. How can they reach you, sir?
You can hit me on Instagram, and my handle is at GOJW Reed. Go JW Reed.
Oh, man. And if you want to reach me, you can reach me at Tiger39, THAIGER 39 on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Tinder, Bumble, GoPuff, Uber Eats,
AIM,
IRC,
MySpace,
MySpace, Plenty of Fish, Farmers Only, Christian Mingle,
Reddit,
BigBootyChicks.com,
Expedia.com,
Travelocity. Oh man, thank you so much everyone for joining us. Once again, this is Two Endangered Mammals and we are signing out. Peace.